The Ravens Flock presents Theblackfiles, an uncensored interview and review podcast for all geek fandom.
Welcome everybody, friends and pals, guys and gals, boys and girls around the world. Pop a squat, pop open a cold one with all of your friends. It is Wednesday night, only a couple of hairs past 10 p.m., and you have been granted access to the uncensored and uncompromising interview and review podcast of the Ravens Flock. So, whether you're a friend or you're a fiend, boy, girl, or in between, you are tuned in to a brand new episode of Theblackfiles.
All right, here we are, folks. It is Thursday night, January 16th, round 2, Electric Boogaloo. You can't see me, but I'm shadowboxing backstage. Ba-boom, ba-boom, ooh, 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 ooh.
Oh, don't lie, Jose. You're reclining on your bed with a bag of Doritos, of Cool Ranch Doritos.
Cool Ranch? I don't eat Cool Ranch. What are you talking about?
All right, that's Knuckles. What would Shadow the Hedgehog have for chips, huh? What would he have, Takis? Because they're spicy and that's
Takis, yes.
Hell no.
And because he wants to understand why Sonic is so fast, he eats the blue Takis. Maybe this is the source of his power. This tastes incredible, but I don't feel any faster. Thank God. Welcome, everybody, to the Theblackfiles. I am your host, Juan Arouse, one of the heads of the Ravens Flock, the tech guru of the team. I'm the guy who is so freaking thankful that I managed to fix the blasted problem with the dropped frames, which right now are 0 dropped frames. That's awesome. And also, I figured out how the hell I'm doing this whole thing with trying to simulcast it on TikTok. One word. This.
Oh.
Yeah, no. I figured, no, screw it. I'm trying to do this right, and I want to try to include, like actually bring the discourse over to the platform where it's happening. So, that's the whole reason why we were trying to do it last night. And that's what caused all the technical problems and everything collapsing on itself. So, round 2.
Technically speaking, we were stretching ourselves too thin.
And actually, yes, technically, if from a very technical and mechanical and technological point of view, because quite frankly, it doesn't like me trying to do more than my own station. But screw you! How dare you? And thankfully, tonight I am not alone. Once again, I am joined by the usual suspects over here. First off, let's go ahead and say hello to the lovely ladies of the Ravens Flock, our Starlight Rhodes, the cosplayers extraordinaire. Give it up for Zayana Rose and Dragon Fang Cosplay!
Guys, so, it's Thursday.
Yeah, it is Thursday, you're right, November...
It's throwing me for a loop. Yeah.
Yeah, I know, it's weird, and Jose gave the okay to have us, stream, try to redo the stream, tonight, and he was okay with us pushing everything back, so I got no issue with that. I appreciate that. Speaking of which, let's go ahead and give it up for the founder of the Ravens Flock, executive producer and content manager of this channel, and the host of Wrestle Rewind, normally live every Thursday night at 10 p.m. and Eastern Time, and hosts of the Ravens Flock live every Saturday night at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Give it up for Mr. Jose Casabona!
Thank you very much for that warm introduction, Juancho. Happy to be here with all my friends, and happy to be here with all our viewers watching from YouTube and watching separately, adjacently through TikTok, through your TikTok live stream.
Yay! I'm a helper.
Yes, you are. Well, good on you for thinking outside the box.
Well, it's not really outside of the box. The outside the box thing was trying to get everything simulcasted all at once. That was the outside of the box part. This is the, in case if outside of the box is too painful, just crawl back to the box, make it harder for anyone to ever interact with you again. The box is safety, the box is comfort, the box is where I'm safe.
Listen, If Solid Snake can avoid enemy fire by hiding in a cardboard box, then you can use that same proverbial cardboard box to hide from the overlords of the internet and the overlords of YouTube.
Man, fuck the overlords of the internet. They don't know shit.
Yeah, you know what? You're absolutely right. And folks, don't worry. You're going to get your fill of the episode tonight. The host of Los Amigos Play, Angel Mendez, will be joining us. He is on his way. He is just running late.
That's life for you. Jose, why don't you go ahead and do us a favor and take care of the usual housekeeping, if you would be so kind.
Not a problem. Like all our other shows, folks, we are simulcasting on YouTube and Kick. Hit the subscribe or the follow button on the bottom right corner of your screen. Click the bell icon to enable notifications. Leave your questions and comments below. We'll answer as many as we can. And if you wish to go above and beyond to support the Ravens flock, then you can become an inner flocker. For $4.99 a month, you'll have access to all the perks that comes with our membership. Juan, tell them.
Well, for all the inner flockers we've got in our chat, and I know we have plenty, go ahead and show off those lovely membership badges and custom emojis, letting everyone know that you are here to help rescue the Ravens flock from the clutches of late-stage capitalism to become full-time streamers. Since 2013, we've been working hard, staying strong, making your voice our mission. The only thing standing in our way these days is the fact that we have to work regular 9-to-5 jobs just to keep our lights on. However, there's a simple way to resolve all this, and all that requires is what you guys have been giving us here, which is your support. Just spread the word of the Ravens flock. Let everyone know of the work that we've been doing. If you're on TikTok for the last little bit of time we may or may not have left, do me a favor and hit and like the stream so that more people can see it too. For the love of God, that'd be crazy. But most importantly, guys, if you want to see more of me on the internet, come follow us on our YouTube channel. Subscribe to us. If it's within your means, become an inner flocker. It's only $4.99 a month, like Jose said, and all that money goes straight towards the upkeep of our channel. It goes towards improving the quality of our productions, the quality of our equipment, being able to afford trying to go to conventions, which is a big deal for us. And before you know it, we'll have enough inner flockers and members who will be able to sustain us over here. So with your help, we can and will succeed. You also get access to members first and members only content, a special discount to our merch store. Link in the description below, and you get access to all of us, the Ravens flock, your favorite motley crew of nerds, here to make your voice our mission by providing us your thoughts, your feedback, your ideas to better shape the future of this channel to suit your tastes and needs. Up in the chat, I see Mr. Geek Me Out, who's saying Happy Gilmore 2 is coming soon on Netflix. Yeah, I heard. MJF, Maxwell Jacob Friedman, the wrestler from AEW, he's apparently gonna be playing Adam Sandler's son.
I'm not sure if I'm ready for that, because I saw Happy Gilmore last year, and that movie was fun. It was awesome. It was one of the better produced movies that Adam Sandler's ever done. I don't know if I'm ready for a sequel.
I don't think any of us are, truthfully. Also, Ben Cruz and Matthew Coburn are in the chat. We appreciate you guys being here. Thank you so much for that. And yeah, Matthew Coburn, the Nintendo Switch 2 was just announced today. We're actually going to talk about that Saturday night on the Ravens flock properly, because it's not just a gigantic upgrade in terms of a bigger screen, like Jose was trying to argue earlier. No. There is internal shit that's happening in there too. The beep boops that make your boops beep better will beep even better. So now your boops can beep even better than your boops did before. Beep. And thank you, Nikki Bella, for showing up over here. We appreciate you joining us tonight. And yeah, you're right, Matthew Coburn. He's over here saying we should have just gone with the original educational TikTok instead. I read the government will get you if you use a VPN on it too. We're gonna try and dispel some of this stuff tonight as best as possible. I want to try and provide as much up-to-date info for folks who are on TikTok, or at least have a vested interest in the survival of TikTok. If not for freedom of speech, then at least for freedom of commerce, because apparently the only thing that talks these days is money. But I digress.
Yeah, no. And you bring up a good point, because this is a developing issue, this is a developing issue, and as more and more information is coming out more concerning TikTok. And we here at Ravens Flock, we do our best to keep our ears on the ground to keep up with every update available. We are staying awake. All right, we hardly get any sleep. All right, and the reason for that is number one, we hate ourselves.
You're right about that. No one hates himself in the Ravens Flock more than me.
And number two, we have a damn one. And number two, we have a large overabundance of super awesome, nerdy glitch energy.
You're damn right, Jose. Thank you for that little segue. And folks, as Jose pointed out, yes, the Ravens Flock is proud to continue being partnered up with Glitch Energy. Glitch Energy specially formulated smart energy blend keeps you running strong all day long, just like the Ravens Flock, with 0 sugar, 0 carbs, 0 calories, 0 lag, and 0 crash. And if you head to glitchenergy.com, you can see that they have a wide range of different flavors and varieties of different products available for you to choose from. So you would do well to keep them bookmarked, because you never know when a new flavor will drop. Isn't that right, Jose?
That is correct. They have a large selection of all of different flavored energy blends on their website. Be sure to catch some of them since some of them are available for a limited time. Case in point, I believe that flavor from that was promoted at Holiday Matsuri is still there and it's still in stock, right?
Yes, the Holly's Jolly Jolt is available, and as part of their clearance of their holiday season flavors, it's marked half off. Instead of their normal $32.95 pricing for this delicious exclusive cranberry lemonade flavored glitch, they're marked it down to $16.47. That is ridiculous. That is an obscene discount, one of which that I am incredibly proud of. And I'm very happy for, because I want folks to taste this stuff. Just like Jose and Angel and Zayana, Dragonfang, and K-Storm all want you guys to taste this stuff. They want you guys to experience the glory. For instance, I'm actually officially trying out the Glitch Fam flavor right now. It's peach and apricot flavor, although the label on the container misprinted, and it only says apricot flavor. Not sure why. Anyone see that? Blip. I don't get it. But the point is, this tastes awesome, and it's dedicated to every member of the Glitch family. So here's to you, Nicole and Bart. Rest forever here in my heart. The last and final moment is yours. Their agony will be your triumph.
Yay! And of course, if you go to glitchenergy.com and use our promo code FlockFuel, you'll receive a 20% discount on your order.
Oh.
So don't delay. We just started 2025. Go to glitchenergy.com. Get your hands on the smart energy formula and treat your body to unlimited energy.
I wouldn't say unlimited energy. It's more like as much energy as you can think to parse out for yourself. I can't say that.
All right, fine. Here's one step down from unlimited. Super limited energy. Wait, actually, no. Super limited is too limited. Super awesome glitch energy.
Okay, you're trying. Thank you to Glitch Energy for partnering up with the Ravens Flock. We appreciate you guys a bunch. All right, so if you were with us last night, you would see that we were trying like crazy to talk about this properly and to simulcast the entire episode, not only on YouTube and Kick, but also on my TikTok page over here, because of how big, how impactful, how significant the consequences are of the impending ban of the Tox Witch Tick, which, even though I know Angel will not be above like poking fun at like, oh, there's so much craziness and it's so cringe and whatever, the fact of the matter remains, even he knows what it's like to have one's freedom of expression curtailed by law, all because it's deemed unpatriotic or problematic or whatever the hell.
Oh no, Angel does bring up a good point, and I think that's something that we could all agree on. We may not agree on people's stances all the time, but we will stand up and defend their right to take those stances.
Just dragon breath. Yes, you're right. Unless, of course, they're Nazis. They only get one thing. Wow.
Jesus, don't die on us. We just got started.
I'm trying not to, okay? Let me take some water. I'm a dork.
Shit, because if you die, then I'm going to have to ask Zayana Rose to take over.
What? Huh?
Yeah, Zayana Rose, you'll be the de facto host.
I nominate Sis to take over.
No.
Oh my god. Am I that replaceable? How dare you? The nerve, the gall, the disrespect. How could you, Zay? Okay, I'll stop whinging.
Are you secretly planning to get rid of one? Yeah.
Secretly? Are you kidding me? He's been trying to get rid of me since 2013. And then he tried to give Angel the computers one time, and that's how Jose had to go replace his laptop.
Oh man. Let me tell you something,
better
man.
than to give that to Angel.
It's like that episode of Dragon Ball Z Abridged where Goku is told not to press the start button more than once, and he presses the start button, and then he goes off into space. That's Angel.
That's Angel for you. I mean, what do
Someone
you
want to
expect?
poke Angel to see where he is?
Let's see here. He said something about being in some kind of mud pile. No, give me a second. No, I actually have the message that he said. Where is it? Yeah. I am still stuck in the mud pile and unlikely to make it in time, so just in case, here's some recent juice. Which, I'm actually glad, like, in a weird way, the fact that our stream for tonight got, or rather for Wednesday night last night, got delayed the way it did, actually works in our favor because there were new developments today and new developments coming up like throughout last night, all through today, that are seriously fucking vital to all this stuff. Let me take a look over here. Hey up, Mr. Quake, how's it going? Welcome to the Blackfiles. I appreciate you here. And Brandon Torres, hey up, Brandon, how you doing, man? LOL, wrong channel. What do you mean wrong channel? No.
What do you mean wrong channel? No, you in the right channel.
This is the only channel, man.
Yeah. Get that out of here. Get that stuff out of here.
Yeah, no, I was gonna say, what are you talking about? Like, you're in the wrong place. You're in the right place, Brandon Torres. This is the right. This is the place where we boogie down. And yeah. Mr. Quake is trying to say, TikTok is making us people antisocial. Remember Vine? I'm like, I don't know if you noticed, but there have been motherfuckers who are saying that we've been getting antisocial due to newfangled forms of entertainment and technology ever since the printed word. I wish I was making that up. Imagine, like, these kids today, they're rotting their brains with with their newfangled fucking open book, and they're learning how to read and stuff, and that's going to make them have strange thoughts, and they're going to rebel against authority because they're reading books. It had been going on since then. All right, so don't come at me with any of that bullcrap. No, thank you.
Don't come at me, bro.
No, like, no, like, if you're gonna come at me, you better come correct, and you better come with receipts. Otherwise, don't come at all.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's right. Educate yourself with books.
Come joke anyway. Like, if I, in case I needed to drive the gag home. Jokes. All right. Also, hey Ryan, how you doing, my man? Do me a favor, guys. Over on the TikTok page, I'm gonna go ahead and message you. Rather, I'm gonna be interacting with everyone as best I can. If you'd be so kind, head over to the YouTube channel itself where we're streaming, and you see all the fancy doodads I was trying to do last night. YouTube.com/TheRavensFlock. I appreciate you guys. So, where do we go from here? The Supreme Court earlier this week had heard the oral arguments between the government's representation in the court and TikTok's legal counsel, and basically doing everything in their power to try and state their cases for why the ban is unconstitutional, where it's basically an infringement upon the First Amendment, and where the government is trying to argue its constitutionality. The big talking point that the government has been using was trying to use the age-old excuse of, oh, this is for national security purposes. And I'm like,
yeah, okay, buddy.
listen, you guys are already in our pants when it comes to traveling on planes. All right, it's like you need to like when you go on a plane, you got to go through the freaking Xerox whatever, and they have you nanu up in this like freaking Mork and Mindy, and they'll X-ray you over and like, oh hey, by the way, looks like it doesn't look like you have any like explosives or weapons of mass destruction, but damn, are you packing in them pants? Giggity. Yeah. Fucking nasty. Anyhow, yeah, no, I appreciate everyone over here. Let me see what else have we gotten in the chat so far. Okay, Mr. Quake and Mr. Geek Meow was also saying, next we know that Donald Trump wants to ban YouTube. I wish. Oh, I wish he would try. No. See, here's the thing.
Wow.
He literally can't do that stuff to save his life. Also, how's there? Oh, that's what you meant. Okay, cultural call out. Okay, that's what Brandon. Okay, that's what he meant. He wasn't saying that he was on the wrong channel, like coming to us. He was saying that he was using the wrong profile from himself. Okay.
Oh, okay. It's all good.
Okay.
It's all good. I'm putting the Duke.
All right, Jose, you can holster the waffle buster, whatever it's called. Yeah, the Stroganoff cannon, whatever it is. It's that bazooka that Angel gave you for Christmas. Anyway, so the crazy thing is that the Supreme Court is actually scheduled to hand down their rulings and hand down their opinions for like in statements tomorrow morning, 10 a.m. Eastern time. They're actually going to basically hand down their rulings on the cases that they were hearing this week. The problem with that is that it's not exactly 100% confirmed whether or not the TikTok ban is part of what they're handing down their rulings on. So we still have to, so we're gonna have to like wait and see. So go fucking figure. I want to make sure that we all have as much details on this as possible. Now, in the last 24 hours, there had been a wide range of different arguments and different articles that get everybody riled up and get everybody prepared for their the impact of this app going down. First off, I know Zayanna, I know you've got a profile. I know Dragonfang does too. You guys rarely use it anymore, which is a little sad, but I understand it. During your time on TikTok, how have you been enjoying?
I don't have a TikTok. Yeah, sis never got a TikTok. I was in the process, but then I forgot about it.
Okay. Wait, I just forgot. Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Me, it's just there's so much social media now. It's hard to keep up with all of them. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I do barely go on TikTok.
Yeah, you're right about that. No, but
it doesn't mean that I want to see it go, because honestly, from what I've seen, it's really helped businesses. The algorithm is completely different, and promotion materials. Well, and not only that, it's the fact that you can actually get news from there that is completely uncensored from like Ukraine, from Palestine, from Russia. And there is so much free speech on there. And also the fact that you can see like when people talk about going into like, hey, I just fell upon talk, and oh my gosh, there's so many people talking about all of these books, and it's amazing. And then gardening talk. Like it's really interesting to see people fall into the different
fandoms and interests and hobbies and all.
Yeah,
God.
it's really cool.
Like, one of the ones that's my favorite over here, and if you go through my phone, you'll see that I'm not lying or making it up, is uh number one, the Doctor Who fandom. It's the majority of the stuff is me doing videos on there, dressed as a variant of the War Doctor, which was played by John Hurt, rest in peace, and got to have fun in like acting out of these different little OC scenarios and stuff, and duetting other cosplayers, and getting to make connections and getting to have fun with them. But I also really like finding different stand-up comedians, and I also love the Reddit prompts of, like, right, of like fictions of especially the sci-fi ones with oh, humans are space orcs. I don't know if you guys know what that means.
Uh,
No.
Okay, that basically it's a specific genre of like Reddit and Tumblr, like right, like fiction writing, where it's a sci-fi bit, and it takes place in space, and the basic idea is that, like, okay, that human beings are such weird creatures compared to the rest of, like, the galactic community, and how other species see us as the weirdest fucking thing to ever come up. For instance, there's one where the idea is that, oh, I come from a race where we've never heard of anything so bizarre and so strange, such as cooking and the culinary arts. Like, we eat our food for sustenance in order to maximize our usage, but these humans, they alter their food with seasoning. They add things to it on purpose in order to make it taste differently, and it's so terrifying to me because all the bland cooking and the bland food of my people is horrible to me now, and this chef from the human restaurant on this space station, Dave, is making fun of me, calling me a regular customer now. He has no clue of the of the vice grip he has on my soul over this. Like, it's fucking funny.
That's cute.
Yeah, it's funny stuff, it's cute stuff, and also, like, how like, oh, having human crewmates aboard your ship are the can be, simultaneously be the best thing on Earth, like, in the universe, or the most terrifying thing, because you never know what they're gonna do. Like, for instance, they have to, like, oh, these the humans have to have a minimum of 8 hours of sleep, otherwise, and they take the stories of humans and they blow it out of proportion. Like, otherwise they go on murderous rampages, or if they don't have sufficient to eat, they become something worse than anger. They become hangry, and it's such a nightmare. We have to make sure they're fed. Oh, human Bob, did you make sure that you ate enough sustenance today? Did you sleep? Did you lay unconscious in your quarters for sufficient time? I do not wish any trouble or any ill health. Like, yeah, I just had a snack over here. Oh, a snack? Is that one of those human strange in between meals that does nothing but but sate your appetite even when it is not your actual time to eat? Like, yeah,
That is adorable.
like a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Goodness me, like, they're so weird and so crazy, and it's fun, and it actually makes me go onto Reddit and onto, like, the different writing communities on there to look up, like, different stories and different prompts that they've come up with. So, like, getting to see that and getting to see that shit played out is fun. It is freaking fun, damn it. I love it. Ben Cruz is over here saying, let's see here. I use TikTok sometimes for photography tips and tricks. It's very informative. You see? Exactly. It's like, you learn stuff. You learn different ideas and techniques, something that you may not might not have thought to try, or if it's if it's regarding a trade, it's like maybe a different thing that you hadn't considered or had been taught. Okay, and yeah, and cultural call out. I appreciate that, Brandon. He said I sub to you on cultural call out now too because we are fam. You're right, because we're in the club, and in the club we all fam. All right.
That's right.
In the club, we all fam.
Now that being said, I also have a TikTok account. I rarely post anything. I normally just go on TikTok whether I'm being sent videos or whether I want to show some support for my friends who are actively on TikTok. And the one thing that I do like that TikTok has, well, actually, no, I can't use that argument. Actually, no, yes, I can. While it is easy to post on TikTok, as much as easy as it is to post photos and videos on Facebook and on Instagram and Snapchat. What I like about TikTok is that TikTok allows you the creative range. It allows you to not only post however long videos you want, like whatever the duration, but it allows you to also post using like different musics or using different effects and all that stuff. And that's the type of range and freedom that you don't see in other platforms.
Yeah, like we've got platforms like Instagram, Facebook, and of course Twitter, or as the current owner likes to call it, he likes to call it X because it's so edgy to have everything X'd out, bro.
Oh my god! Yeah. It's so edgy.
Cannot roll my eyes hard enough.
I bet he hires a spokesperson who looks like that robotic, crazy ass Christopher Lloyd from Food Fight, who supports Brand X.
No, Jose, no, you're stretching a reference. Sorry, I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to cancel that reference that you just made. It's a little too obscure, and the folks who do want it, who do know it, they don't want to know it.
Food Fight was a disaster, but anyways.
Don't. Why'd you bring it back up? I told you. He has no clue. He has no clue. I work with psychos. I appreciate it, but like truthfully, I was like we were gonna mention here all the different bits of news and developments that have been coming up. So we're basically stuck waiting with our thumbs up our boo-boo, waiting until the Supreme Court talks tomorrow morning. So until then, we've got other stuff that came up. For instance, earlier, yes, late last night and earlier today in the morning, I'm gonna bring this over. And I'm going to share this article with the fine folks at home. So if you wish to read it, you are free to do so on your time and on your dime. And this is from NBC News. This is the most ironic shit. From NBC News. Biden administration looks for ways to keep TikTok available in the U.S. And this was... stop it. No, thank you. I don't want... No, stop it. Yeah, stop it. And it's by Carol E. Lee, Jonathan Allen, and Savannah Sellers. Like I said, it posted last night, and they updated it today in the morning. I just want to I'm gonna read this bit first, and I'm gonna ask for y'all's thoughts on this because this is fucking hilarious here. Okay. President Joe Biden's administration is considering ways to keep TikTok available in the U.S. if a ban that's scheduled to go into effect Sunday proceeds, according to 3 people familiar with the discussions. Quote, Americans shouldn't expect to see TikTok suddenly banned on Sunday, an administration official said, adding that officials are, quote, exploring options for how to implement the law so TikTok does not go dark Sunday. Would you like to know what would be a very easy way to not implement this law?
What would be an easy way, Mr. Juan Arouse?
Come here. Get closer. Closer.
You're going to have to get closer to the screen.
Okay, I'm going to have to get closer. Okay, like this?
Yes.
Is this better?
Yeah, I'm going to have to get real intimate.
Is this better?
Yeah. I think it's good. Yes, no, we're all here. We're all here, Juan. You got this.
Right here. Don't pass the ban in the first place, you silly, stupid moo cows! What the fuck? gonna save ourselves a whole world of headaches and stress and ulcers and freaking an overabundance of Tums because and the chewy kind of Tums because they're kind of tasty and you forget that it's actually meant to be an antacid but you eat it anyway, so you're nervously eating chewy calcium, and at the same time you're drinking and maybe imbibing other things that of which I will not parlay above, because we here at the Ravens Flock, while we are all adults, we cannot take any product of alcohol or tobacco products on here because, you know, we're kind of principled. But drink glitch, motherfuckers. Point is, if they're trying to find a way to work, if they were trying to find a way to work around the ban, then what the fuck was the point of them putting the ban in the first place? Would you like to be given a minor history lesson as to how the fuck we got here in the first place, guys? Check it.
You know what? History lesson.
Minor history. You're gonna love this shit.
Go for
You're
it, Juan.
gonna love this shit. You're gonna love it. Originally, the TikTok ban got stapled and smushed together next to a humanitarian the aid resolution. So, and it was one that needed to get passed immediately without delay because it included, guess what? Guess what it included in it? As part of humanitarian aid.
Go for it. Tell us. What is included?
It included funding included funding to Israel.
Right.
Specifically military funding, which they like to earmark as like, oh, it's for personal defense. You see, we're so beleaguered and so like attacked on all corners of the world that we have to go and preemptively like myrtleize people, all because we want to freaking take over their land. Oh, but we're the victims. Whatever. Like that's another story for another time. But yeah, they basically managed to take the TikTok ban that they wanted and they stapled it into that shit, and it got passed without any attempt from Congress to try to debate it, without any proof or evidence that corroborated the claim. So there was no public outcry, rather there was no public discourse, there was no internal debate within Congress, and folks who are working didn't even freaking realize that they voted to pass a TikTok ban at the same time until after the bill was passed.
See, that was wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's stupidity in Congress for you.
Yeah. You should probably read the fine print before you pass something.
But Jackie, that's too hard. That's too hard.
And that's asking
Reading
too much.
is hard, especially
Reading comprehension in this day and age.
How many
read
pages
words
was
make
that?
brain make owie. I watch
Do
TV
we know how
instead.
long that was? Pages?
How many pages were in that resolution? I don't remember.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Because don't they tend to try and make it so convoluted and long?
Yeah.
Big
words.
Yeah.
Big words.
So it's so confusing to anyone who tries to read through it that they just give up.
That's pretty much how these bills are formulated, and it's kind of gross if you think about it, because
They like to do long words too. Long sentences.
long run-on sentences of doom. Unbelievable. Let me take a look over your videos, because the last time we were discussing this, I'm actually looking for this bit where I discussed it last. So it was last year, but when during this whole bit? Okay, yes, 130 out of many. I know there were many. Let's see, Game Awards. Okay, so there's that. Where is it? I know we talked about the TikTok ban. There it is. Yes, there it is. There it is. It was in March 14th. Yeah, TikTok ban
Damn.
bill passes the U.S. House. So yeah, I know I fucking brought this up. I knew I did. I'm not that nuts. It's just a matter of like digging through, which I did. Yee. Okay, and if anyone wants to go down that particular trip down memory lane, they're free to do so. Ben Cruz is actually asking something here because he says, I also heard that rednote is probably going to be banned as well because it's a Chinese company as well.
Yes. Yes, it will.
It's far worse.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's the big thing that I love about this, because the big excuse, like I mentioned earlier, was that we're banning this to keep our citizenry safe because of national security, because the Chinas are stealing your datas, and the Chinas are bad, and they're gonna make you all communists, and they're gonna make you all unpatriotic against America, and that brought
Sorry, you kind of did that to yourself.
yeah, kind of, yeah.
I mean, I'm not wrong. I'm not wrong.
No, unfortunately, you're not. Folks, if you're in the YouTube, on the TikTok stream, go ahead and tap like. Remember, the more likes it's get on this while we're live on the stream, the more folks it'll reach. So I appreciate y'all for that. Now, there is one person who is on TikTok that actually encapsulated this perfectly. I'm gonna find it over here. Give me a second, because I've got the thing. I've got a thingy, and I can do a thing. So give me a second. Stop it.
Did you get the thingy?
I've got the thingy.
Yay, the thingy.
Yay. Soupy time. That's her name, Georgie. Okay, come on. Let me see it. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna share this with y'all, and yeah. So anyone can see. Yes, I've got it up right here on my thingy. So yeah, I'm gonna pull up exactly what she did, what she said here, and this was chef's kiss.
And apps. I want you to take a look at this photo.
Wait, what the fuck?
Glasses. Fascist countries ban apps.
There we go.
Fascist countries ban websites. Fascist countries ban apps.
Oh, god dang it. Did I do... Okay, I see what's going on. Okay, I need to fix this. Give me
and websites under the guise of threats to national security, when every other country knows it's about suppressing the free speech of its citizens. If the government believes that a single app could, quote from the hearing on the 10th, skew the perspective of American citizens to be anti-American, maybe the real problem is that American citizens are already in such a state of political unrest and unhappiness that our government is scared a single foreign influence could tip the scale and have it all be over. Don't you think that by taking away the, and I quote, key communications channel of Americans, it's gonna make those 170 million Americans a little more anti-American? Maybe Congress knows and understands that. Maybe the government knows that the backlash it will receive from banning TikTok does not outweigh the threats that come with its existence. Not in a matter of national security, but in a matter of being the most popular news and media outlet that the government cannot control, like American-owned broadcasting networks and publications. Maybe, if this was actually a national security concern, the government would be banning all Chinese-developed apps, like Shein and Temu, that collect the exact same amount of data as TikTok. Because maybe it knows TikTok is something special. You can't politically organize on Temu. If TikTok goes dark, the government deliberately and knowingly took away your free speech. Do not accept national security for an answer, ever. Fascist countries ban apps.
I actually liked that video. I thought that she made. I thought that this person made a really, really good point. I thought Sukatan made a really good point that was very compelling. I'm sorry for jumping in there, but like I actually wanted to share something because like the way that Soupy Time like told this sounds very similar to a problem that we addressed some time ago. Like this sounds so similar to. Do you remember? I'm not sure if we talked about this live or not, but we talked about how there's like not censorship, but like YouTube is blocking all other like channels online from talking about certain stories, except for the mainstream media American like news sites like NBC and Fox and CBS and that stuff.
I actually don't remember us discussing this.
I'm pretty sure we talked about this before. Well, I'm sure we talked about this before, like maybe behind the scenes, but like
maybe behind the scenes, because like I would remember if we discussed this on a stream.
But this sounds very similar to how YouTube has been like how YouTube likes to crack down on certain channels and stop them from talking about like these important stories that's hitting all the news sites.
Right, I get you. Yeah, it's sheesh.
It's information control.
Where people
Information control.
Yeah.
Oh God, you're right. Like, and yeah, no, that's what it all boils down to. If you think about it, it's literally a matter of how we could end up consuming information and data in our world. So. Like, I want to see if there's any benefit of the doubt that we might be able to suss out from that NBC article about, Biden wanting to try to save it all of a sudden. He could have saved it forever ago back in March by not signing the freaking bill or doing selective signing. Because I've seen governors actually pass state bills, but doing it in a selective way, where before the bill is actually done, if they see any sort of writing or anything like that, they could actually cross it off or substitute it with something else. I've seen that being done, so I don't see any reason why he wouldn't have been able to do that. Amending the whole the freaking aid and funding bill that they needed to pass, and just amending it with a quick little cross off where the TikTok ban goes. Let's see if there's anything from these nutballs. All right, let's see here. So, Deputy White House Chief of Staff Bruce Reed has been a point person on the issue, and has received many calls from people urging the president not to let the ban go into effect, according to two people familiar with the matter. If the administration moves forward with any such plan, it would mean the popular apps going down would not define his last full day in office, and it would defer the issue to Donald Trump, who will be inaugurated Monday. Mike Waltz, Trump's incoming national security advisor, told Fox News on Wednesday that Trump is ready to intervene to preserve access to the Chinese-owned video app in the American marketplace. And Pam Bondi, his pick for attorney general, refused to commit to enforcing the ban when she was asked about it at her Senate confirmation hearing Wednesday. She refuses to commit to a lot of shit, so I'm not giving Pam Bondi any sort of credit over here. She was just being evasive for evasiveness' sake. The moves represent parallel efforts by the rival presidents to execute an end run around Congress and the Supreme Court, which is teed up to rule on the ban at any time. Still, a White House official insists that not enforcing the ban if it is upheld, is not an option. We are not considering deferring enforcement, the official said. Statutorily, we don't believe we have the authority to do that. Biden's and Trump's positions are reversals from their one-time support for banning TikTok. The Trump transition team did not respond to requests for comment on the plan. TikTok is considering its options, including the last-ditch possibility that it goes dark Sunday, though it could also allow the app to remain active, but without future updates and bug fixes. The law in question required ByteDance, TikTok's China-based owner, to divest from the company and find an outside buyer to take over within 9 months. That window closes Sunday. The law also gave the president the authority to grant a one-time 90-day extension if, quote, significant progress has been made towards divestment. Let's see here. The measure was enacted in the name of national security, as lawmakers believe U.S. user data was at risk of being compromised by China, or that China could influence Americans by controlling content on TikTok, which has long said those concerns are meritless, and some of its users sued to block the law, challenging it on a First Amendment standpoint. Without a sale or reprieve for TikTok would mean that the national security concerns would, at least for now, remain unsolved. Just days ahead of the potential ban, throngs of U.S. TikTok users have downloaded Chinese alternatives that pose similar security issues. Okay, this is them talking about us going over to rednote or xiaohongshu, as it's called in Mandarin, which literally it's this is the most ironic and hilarious fucking part of it. Xiaohongshu means little red book. So Red Note, and it's referring to Mao Zedong's Little Red Book for when he founded the Communist Revolution in Communist China. And that, and this one is actually even more deeply entrenched with Chinese culture and with Chinese government's backdoors, because there is no U.S. subsidiary in the way that TikTok is, because TikTok is a subsidiary of ByteDance. So there's like, but there is, and so that's the like the buffer zone where all our U.S. based user data is processed and saved, so that there isn't a direct order from ByteDance in order to do it. And go fucking figure. Instead of going there and letting TikTok just die out, folks are migrating over to blasted rednote. Oh my god. Hold on. Kyle's in the chat. Hey up, Kyle. Welcome to the Blackfiles. We appreciate you being here. He's saying the Blackfiles take 47. Oh, no kidding.
Hey, hey! You're not wrong. Well, you shouldn't say that.
Yeah, I was about to say, he's not wrong.
Oh god. And he also says Canadian news hasn't been able to be shared on Meta for months. Wow.
Ooh.
Fucking really?
Yeah.
Information control.
Actually, yeah, Jose. Fucking information control. So fuck. Like, what's even more hilarious is that the folks on the who are moving over to rednote, who've taken to call themselves the TikTok refugees, are finding an incredible amount of excitement and like happiness from the Chinese user base that's already on there to begin with. And a lot of the TikTokers who've moved over have actually gone and said like, remember guys, this is not the United States. This is basically going to a completely other country, so treat it as such, be respectful, abide by their rules, don't try to buck anything, and we're doing this in protest. And we're doing this specifically to protest the TikTok ban, and we're doing this specifically for the purpose of giving the U.S. government the middle finger in order to tell them, like, okay, you guys think that our data is so precious and so horrible, and what would happen if China got a hold of it? Let's find out. Let's fucking, like, let's take that bet, motherfuckers. I couldn't smile harder, but only because of like the sheer balls, the sheer audacity, the sheer nerve that it takes to go to this route. Yeah, there's going to be security issues, and don't think that I've ignored those, guys, because I know that we were talking about them last night amongst ourselves. So we're going to get to bring them up over here. I do want to hit this. Shoot, I can't even play this whole video because this person's Blake Kelly or Blakely. Let me see, what's their name? Hang on. Let me just double check over here. Yeah, Blakely is a what do you call it? Yeah, it's a what do you call it? They're a content creator, and she's on Twitter as well. I don't think I can stretch playing the entire video of hers because it's 11 minutes long. So I'm not gonna like, oh, by the way, just watch this person's content instead. No, that's not what I mean. Like, it's like fucking. I want y'all to be able to see it and get to take it in for yourself. But basically, I'll show y'all what she ends up starting with here, so that we can all be on the same page, and then I will pause it and we can continue from there. So let me just show y'all what I mean here. So this is from at _ I am Blakely, and yeah, this is what she put up on Tuesday, 9 p.m. in the evenings.
Yes, we understand that rednote is owned and operated in China. Oh, that's the point. We're making a statement, okay? Because realistically, in this country, if we want to make any kind of statement or protest or revolution, whatever, it has to be collective action that fucks with capital.
Like, that's the opening on there, and yeah, that's only 22 seconds, but only because, like I said, I'm not gonna try to ape anybody else's content over here. But like the notion that folks had with is that the U.S. TikTok users aren't going to try to buck the trend. They're not going to try to fight back, and they'll go ahead and move over to Instagram or to Meta or Facebook, and over to Twitter or X, like Elon Musk fucking calls it. And we'll all just be happy little cogs in the machine, tra la 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 la, all the live long day. But no, folks, like they're actually moving over to rednote on purpose to give them the finger.
Okay? Because first of all, no one in this country is going to be winning a fight against the U.S. government when it comes to force. We live in an incredibly militarized country with a militarized police. They're not, ain't nobody, when people are like, that's what we have the Second Amendment. No, bro. You're never going to compete with the government's force. So if we want to fight back, we have to fight back in the language that they give a shit about. And that is money, attention, the attention economy, capital, okay? So by us all going to that app, we are hurting them financially, and we are also making a statement. Because you know what? You're not gonna fucking convince any of us or try to gaslight us into being like, oh, but we're concerned about your data. No, you're not. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. If you were so concerned about our data, bitch, I just got distracted because there was a beautiful Christmas tree in someone's window. That's how you do that. I like that. I fuck with that. People who keep their trees up until February. Anyway, where was I? Oh yeah, the reason why we know they don't give a fuck about protecting our data is because how come you didn't pass the bill that was introduced in 2021? In 2021, they introduced a bill called like the American Data Protection Act or something like that. And you know where it went? Nowhere, because it was simply a messaging bill. And for those of you who don't know what a messaging bill is,
she goes on to say how that was how a messaging bill is nothing more than a performative piece. It wasn't actually meant to be anything substantive. It wasn't meant to be real. I'm gonna cut to the chase with what Blakely was saying here. It's that like basically like Jose is saying, information control and the economy of our attention, of our cash, because of how much revenue and ad revenue and minutes and attention Meta and Twitter are losing to TikTok. So they're basically going in order to try and take this market share back. And how do we know specifically that it's what do you call it? That Meta has a vested interest in it. Would you like to know how much Mark Zuckerberg paid Congress?
Oh boy, how much did
How much? A lot?
how much did this Zucker paid?
Yeah, no, let me take a look over here. Does Zuckerberg own TikTok? Pah! I wish. Yeah, no, he wishes. Let's see. I believe, like, where's the number that I was looking for? Okay. Okay. Let's see. Meta shatters lobbying record. But this was a. Oh god damn! This is last year. What do you call it? I actually want to pull this up. Let me see here if this actually has anything. Let's see. All right. Yeah, no, this is fucking nasty here, guys. This is from last year, from April 23rd, from Sludge, which reads, Meta shatters lobbying record as House passes TikTok ban. So you can see that was by that was from last year by Donald Shaw, April 23rd, 2024. Yeah, so a new disclosure. Yeah, and here's the summary version. A new disclosure. Let's see here. Reads. Reveals TikTok, Instagram owner Meta spent more than ever on lobbying Congress and the White House as legislation to potentially ban its competitor TikTok was drawn up and passed. And here it shows Meta Platforms and its subsidiaries spent a record high of $7.6 million on lobbying the federal government in the first quarter of the year as the U.S. Congress advances legislation that could ban Instagram's chief competitor, TikTok. So there's that bit for you over here. Also, hello there, Blood Filth on our YouTube chat. Welcome to the Theblackfiles. We appreciate you here. Also, Hotness Mess, how you doing? Do me a favor. Where is it? I'm gonna post a thing. I'm gonna write it. Where is it? I'm gonna freaking do a thing. Hang on. Interact. Pull a note. No, stop it. No. Stop it. Let me write. Fuck.
Can't stop, won't stop.
Can't stop, won't stop. Yeah, no, so, fuck, never mind. Okay. So point is, if you'd be so kind over here, if you're watching on my TikTok, like I said, head to youtube.com/theravensflock, and we appreciate you being coming over. So number one, that's from last year, and that was just the first quarter. That was just the first 3 months of last year, and then April, they ended up passing the TikTok ban. No, actually, no. It was in, this came out in April, but it was done in March. My mistake. Yeah, hashtag rednote. Shh, I don't know what you're talking about. No, but for real, it's disgusting, and if that's even a modicum of truth, then what the fuck, people?
That's exactly what I was going to comment on. The dollar amount that fucking Zuckerberg gave is a disgustingly large amount for this bullshit.
You said it was how much again?
7.6 billion.
7.6.
Gross.
You know what you could have done with that freaking money rather than freaking lobby with it? Like, dude, seriously.
They don't care. Money, 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 money. Money makes the world go round.
I don't think Bioshock logic works this time, Kyle. He says, he was saying, Kyle in the chat was saying, magic works to make people do things. Would you kindly? Yeah, I don't think Bioshock logic will work this time. Not unless that would you kindly is accompanied with a fat stack of cash.
You know what's really funny?
What?
He has to use money because his speechcraft is not high level yet.
Ha. More to the point.
Earn.
Yes, he used
Skyrim
money.
joke. Ha ha ha. Also, his persuasion only goes up if he uses money.
Yeah.
Otherwise, his persuasion is actually in the negative. Ha ha. D&D.
Good grief.
He has a negative
Let me make
multiplier.
these jokes, please.
He has a negative multiplier. Multiplier.
Multiplier.
I can't say.
Multi what? Multiplier?
No.
What? What word?
A negative multiplier.
Multiplier. Yes.
You just said multiplier.
Yes. I thought you said multiplayer, and I'm like, no.
Multiplier.
A negative multiplayer. I mean, yeah, that's what the metaverse is. It's a negative multiplayer. Because ain't nobody playing that shit. But getting back to the point of all of it, it's, yeah, like, you know how much he fucking spent. Like, we know that he spent an obscene amount of money to try to get TikTok banned. Because he knows he can't compete. Because he knows that whatever the TikTok algorithm is running on, it's the holy grail of algorithms in terms of like social media interaction with the products with the social media platforms that people operate. If you had Twitter or Facebook or Instagram, if you had any of those, if any of them had that algorithm installed in their system somehow, then they would never fucking quit. They would never die. And that's what they want. They want the infinite money cheat code. And they
Rosebud.
Rosebud.
Motherlode. Rosebud.
Rosebud, Rosebud, Rosebud.
Rosebud.
Motherlode.
Money, money, money.
Citizen Kane references.
Hashtag we're so old.
Yeah, seriously.
For age here.
Yeah.
Right? Oh, God.
Our knees pop.
And crackle. And they
Snap,
snap.
crackle, pop.
Yeah.
Not in the good way.
Listen, we wake up, we don't even move, and everything hurts.
You just turn a little and everything goes snap, crackle, pop. Hi.
God damn.
What's up?
No, it really does suck. It hurts so fucking bad. It hurts so bad. And not even the good way either. It hurts in the actual bad ways.
Remember when Facebook's algorithm actually was good?
Mm-hmm.
When, they didn't throw sponsored posts and ads in your face. And, you actually, the default was actually chronological with, oh, this person posted 5 minutes ago. This person posted 10 minutes ago. And now it's, oh, yeah, the first thing on your feed is, for one, sponsored post, but also, oh, look, someone posted this 5 days ago.
Like, why the fuck are you telling me this now? I would have liked to know what this person was saying back 5 days ago. Maybe I could have done something.
I honestly don't know why they changed that algorithm.
Because money.
That literally makes no sense, though.
Mm-hmm.
Changing the algorithm for money.
Yeah.
Oh, no, it makes all the sense. Because who's giving them the money?
But you don't pay to have a better algorithm, though.
Oh, but they don't know how to make one that's better, so they're just stuffing money into whatever crevices and creaks are in their algorithm in order to make everything better. Oh, we're not having enough retention engagement. Here, let's throw a million things of spam freaking posts for like your local fucking I don't know, like auto detailer or whatever. Like, oh, we're helping boost the community over here. Yeah, except how much are you charging them for ad space on meta platforms? Yeah.
I don't even want to know.
A lot.
I can only imagine. It would be a nightmare. And Angel, even though he's not here, he did pass us that NBC article that we used here. Let me take a look in the chat, see what else we've got going on. Let's see here. Mr. Geek Me out of a spot eye with my little eye, a pumpkin basket. Yes, you're right. That's my little pumpkin basket over here. Because Halloween's never dies. Mr. Geek Me Out, what do you think of the Juggernaut movie coming on Disney Plus? I haven't heard of it, so I don't know. Let's see here. Too many points in Frugal. Why is no one else on camera from TikTok? Wait, what do you mean by that? Blood filth.
Oh, probably why we are not on camera.
Okay. Putting it simply, if you're watching from TikTok, that's because I'm on a phone. I'm on my personal phone, and there's the camera for the YouTube and Kick feed. And this is a little webcam so that so that us in the show can see my visual cues and shit. So like if you're watching me if you're watching us on TikTok, you only see me sitting on the desk. You hear Zayana, Dragonfang, and Jose, but you don't see them on there. That's what we were trying to do last night. We were trying to simulcast it on TikTok as well, but it killed the stream in the worst way. It got stuttery. It collapsed on itself like 3 times. It was a pain in the ass.
It became like dial up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
It said
really-
no.
it literally
Said
did
no in
come
the
up
worst
like,
way.
It literally was almost like dial-up, like 85K modem. And yeah, you're right, Kyle. On the Black Files, I'm usually the main one on camera, while the rest of the flock is at home, on their own comfort zones, relaxing, and that way we're not having everyone drive from all over creation every single Wednesday, Thursday, and Saturday. So
I'm sorry, Juan. I love you guys, but I would not drive down there just
No.
for a Wednesday night. I'm sorry.
No,
what-
absolutely not. No,
I
no,
will
no, 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 no.
Remember that you guys are on
For,
your own.
for those who don't know, Sis and I literally live like an hour away. So that would be an hour over there. We do this for 2 hours and then an hour back. So we would not be getting home until 1 in the morning.
Nope.
And I have work
I
at
do
8:30.
too.
So yeah.
And
yeah,
I have
No. It's all good. It's all good.
No, that's why-
Would not ask you
Also,
to-
we're not on camera because we nice and comfy. Yep.
yeah.
And we're
No.
also sharing. So we migrate between 2 computers when doing this. So sometimes,
Yeah.
pretty much I
Now,
would
I know
only
I've asked this question before, but
Whoa,
what if we
what the fuck
commission-
is he? Whoa, you jumped in like crazy. Oh, scare the hell out of me. The girls were
Whoa.
trying to talk, and you just jumped in. What the fuck?
Whoa, dude, calm down, man.
No,
I was
I will
listening.
not calm down.
But no, as I was going to say, like, I know I asked this question before. What if we commission someone to make little chibi animated drawings of us, and we can, and Ziana Rose and Dragonfang could use those as pictures for Zoom calls?
For their Zoom
Okay,
calls.
but I would need to have
Okay.
my purple hair,
Yeah, I would need to have my blue hair.
even though it's not dyed right now. But
And we
purple
would
hair
have to have cut.
Of course,
shoulder
of course.
cuts.
You heard that, Jose. You're going to have to finance the girls getting their hair cut and recolored before we can get new
Yes.
chibis. Sorry.
Yes.
I didn't say that.
I said
Say
that.
the chibis would need to have that.
Yeah,
Fair
no,
enough.
exactly.
Fair enough, Juan. But it might take a little longer to get your request commissioned. Oh,
I don't need one
Oh my
commissioned.
gosh.
I'm the one hosting the Black Files.
Listen.
Oh!
We all know that if one ever use a chibi thing, it has to have a purple lightsaber. Obviously. So, purple lightsabers are the best, right, Ron?
Whoop, whoop.
Woohoo! Purple lightsaber club.
Yay. Purple lightsaber is fucking awesome. A horse is a
Yes,
horse,
it
of
is.
course.
Yeah.
You're right, Matthew Coburn. Were you trying to tongue tie me there? No. All right. Now, Jose. Aside from our banter, you were trying to make a point. I'm sorry for cutting you off. What were you gonna say, Jose?
oh no, that was exactly no. That wasn't trying to make a point of anything. I was actually just commenting on Ziana Rose and Dragonfang.
Oh, right. Yeah. Never mind.
You're fine, dude. You keep going. Keep going. You're good.
All right. Well, I will keep going, and you can't stop me. So, away I go. The whole bit with people migrating over to rednote. Here's the actual like flip side of folks wanting to be on go on to rednote instead of going to Meta or any other US based like social media app. So from this article from Newsweek, published today, headline reads, rednote censorship concerns emerge as TikTok users flock to Chinese app. Let me see, who wrote this? By Micah McCartney. Cool. Let's see here. As self-described TikTok refugees pour onto the Chinese social media app rednote, also known as xiaohongshu, some foreign netizens are already running up against the country's extensive censorship apparatus. Newsweek reaches out to xiaohongshu with a request for comment via a general contact email address. Why it matters? TikTok's parent company ByteDance has until Sunday to divest from the video sharing site or see it banned in the U.S., as required by a law passed by Congress last year, citing risks to user data. In other words, fuck you. Chinese companies are legally required to comply with government requests for information. Let's see here. I don't want to hear that about Netanyahu. He's a pig. The move would affect some 170 million American users and hit the pocketbooks of 2 million creators. Ahead of the ban, many have started accounts on rednote, known in China as xiaohongshu, Little Red Book, earlier this week, propelling the app to become the most downloaded on the Apple and Google app stores. rednote is an amalgamation of lifestyle and social commerce content featuring elements from TikTok, Instagram, and Pinterest. Let's see, the flood of English-speaking videos has been largely met with curiosity on the app, which has become a space for rare interaction between American and Chinese citizens. So, like I say, international cooperation, yay! Hooray, good shit.
Yay.
Many newcomers are bound to come up against government censorship, and some are already probing these limits. Let's see here. A Twitter user with the handle Dispropaganda shared a screenshot of an account suspension notice they received after posting on a range of topics considered sensitive by Beijing, such as Taiwan is a free country and Uyghur concentration camps. Social media commentator Christine Liu, by the way, if I'm not mistaken, she's a bit of a nut. Let me see. Also made an experimental post uploading an artwork by American artist Tristan Eaton, quote, inspired by the iconic video of the Tank Man who blocked the path of tanks in Tiananmen Square on June 4th, 1989. No, my mistake. It's not Christine Liu who's the nut job, it's Brianna Wu. My mistake, got the names mixed up. You can see how, but point is, Brianna Wu's an ass, this one's okay. Liu received a notice that her post, quote, violates platform rules and was not visible by others, showed a screenshot shared on her Twitter account. Some seemingly non-controversial political topics are also being screened, as Australian anti-Chinese government activist Drew Pavlo learned when he asked Chinese friends, what do you think of Xi Jinping and Xi Jinping thought? Which are basically like the ideologies of following the leadership of Chinese President Xi Jinping without any pushback and without any opposition. So that's kind of fucky. Let me see here. Let's see. Liu Pengya, Chinese embassy spokesperson, has said, quote, the U.S. should truly respect the principles of market economy and fair competition, stop unreasonably suppressing companies from other countries, and provide an open, fair, just, and non-discriminatory environment for companies from all countries to invest and operate in the United States. China believes that it is an individual's choice what social media to use. As a matter of principle, China always supports and encourages people-to-people exchanges with other countries to enhance people-to-people bond. That's a pretty big fucking statement coming from the nation that literally says you're not allowed to talk about the Uyghurs or talk about the Tiananmen Square protest. So,
yeah.
I mean, do you really want to deal with that? I don't know. Let's see. Lindsay Gorman, who's managing director and senior fellow of GMF's technology program, previously told Newsweek, quote, TikTok itself is banned in China like most social media platforms that allow users to speak freely on topics China doesn't like. That means that an influx of Western users, a sizable fraction of whom hold progressive views, will have to contend directly with censorship on rednote that's made in China for China. The flip side of this, if rednote's U.S. user base does not expand rapidly, is that the censors may have a hard time keeping up and keeping the political content off the platform. So it's rednote's surge of popularity in the U.S. may be short-lived, given that that data from it, like TikTok, can also be requested by the Chinese Communist Party. In this regard, rednote may present an even greater threat than TikTok, which at least kept data on servers in the U.S. Adrianus Warmenhoven, a cybersecurity expert at NordVPN, told CBS News. ByteDance has refused demands to sell the app. Last week, the Supreme Court heard TikTok's case, but is widely anticipated to uphold the ban, following a similar decision by a federal appeals court last month. President-elect Donald Trump has voiced support for the app, filling an amicus brief with the Supreme Court last month to request an extension of the divestment deadline until after his inauguration on January 20th. The Biden administration is reportedly seeking ways to keep TikTok available until Trump takes office. NBC cited people familiar with the discussion saying as of Wednesday. So let me just see something else over here. But okay, so like it's basically going. What was that? Y'all just know? What the fuck?
No.
No.
What happened?
Okay, no, because I heard. It sounded like Xana and
Like
Dragon
a
Fang
squeaking sound?
Kinda.
That's what I heard.
Yeah.
It wasn't from over here, though.
That's so weird.
No, it wasn't my hair. Let me be.
No. It's not you, Jose.
No.
All right.
Weird.
Yep, over there, SoCal. How you doing, my man? Appreciate Phil Hartman. How's it going? Welcome to the Theblackfiles. Appreciate you joining us on the TikTok over here. But putting it simply, like these articles are basically spilling out the same thing that we're saying over here. That yeah, there is the direct line from rednote over to the Chinese Communist Party, and that's the whole big crux of contention over here. But this is basically a giant game of chicken, if you think about it. Like, oh snap! But like, putting it as square as I can. Folks are like the TikTok users moving over to rednote are basically calling the bluff of the U.S. government, who basically said, like, "Oh no, we want TikTok to be better, so it needs to divest. It needs to sell away over to an American company." But then like, "Oh, but if they don't comply, then we have no choice. Oh dear. Oh well. It looks like we're gonna need to ban it." No, you guys have been salivating to fucking ban it this whole time, and we've got folks who moved over to rednote, basically saying, "Okay, you guys are worried about our personal data. Here, we're giving it over to them freely, directly, and you can't stop us." What now? If that's such a big concern. So yeah, no, it's a big game. It's a big game of chicken. It's crazy, and I love it.
It is.
Let me see here, and we saw how there were gonna be people who were trying to say that, oh, Elon Musk is trying to see if he can find a way to save Twitter by saving TikTok by buying it out. Nah. No. The folks over at ByteDance had made a statement saying that we can't comment on any things that's so clearly fiction. So sorry guys, Musk isn't coming to the rescue. But
Yeah, I wouldn't even trust him to, like, he'll get it and then he'll break it, just like he's breaking Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
Seriously, he's fucking taken Twitter and throwing it upside down and backwards just to suit his personal tastes. Oh, it's too progressive leaning. Well, let's just amp up a couple of psychotic right wing accounts that are specifically extremely hyper racist and hyper like partisan. If he doesn't like the fact that people that he wants to stalk online haven't blocked, oh well, he changed the way that you block people on Twitter, so now you won't be able to interact with their stuff, but you can still see all their posts. That's not fucking creepy at all. Also,
Mhm.
Ulysses Fartknocker's in the chat. Hey, up here with Ulysses Fartknocker, welcome to the Black Files. I like my social media. Hold on, spying like mountain beer, domestic. No, like like my beer, domestic. Okay, I get it. Okay, I get it. But also, what the fuck? Like, it's so messed up and so fucking funny. This is just a freaking trash fire. And yeah, no, Kyle, you beat me to the pun. Mr. Beast is apparently trying to come to the rescue. So, in this little article from USA Today, that published yesterday, headline reads: YouTube star Mr. Beast expresses interest in purchasing TikTok less than a week before the ban. Oh my god. What have we come to, guys?
I don't like that.
Like, listen, the world's richest YouTuber who's got his own set of problems because he fucking because he tried to do his Mr. Beast games or whatever, and they're all and a lot of the contestants were mistreated and dehydrated and ill-fed, whatever. Like, yeah, sure, I want him dealing with our TikTok, sure. Uh-huh. Yeah, can I chime in here from TikTok? It's Phil. Yeah, of course. Of course over here. Let me see how to do it over here. Give me a second. Oh, you're in the box. There you are. Okay, I'm gonna need to move the microphone over here. And I'm gonna need to... Okay. So, I've got you over here. Mr. Phil, why don't you go ahead and pipe up, buddy.
Well, the ban on TikTok right now, as I heard it, and Wancho knows that we report a lot of news on Popcorn Planet and stuff like that on our other communities.
Yeah, Phil Hoffman, by the way, guys, he's a big help and he's a contributor on Popcorn Planet as well. So shout out.
And from what I heard, like you said, it's a bunch of fiction right now. Nobody knows who's going to buy it, and it's up in the air. But I've moved over to the other app, not rednote, the other one, Favorited, whatever it is. And I already have live access over there, so I pulled my podcast over there. I believe it's going to be saved, but it may go black for like a week or two. But I'm not quite sure who's going to buy it yet.
Okay, so from your point of view, Phil, you feel that TikTok might actually end up going dark for about a week or so, while we have other interested parties jump in and try to grab the ring.
Yeah, because what I heard is they're in talks with ByteDance, the CEO of TikTok, and he's going to be speaking at the Congress when the next hearing is happening. So, what I know so far, don't quote me on it, but I heard that the ban was lifted and there's another 270 days upon January 19th. But that's...
Okay, yeah, I heard of that one too, which was actually a bill that was submitted in the Senate. Let me actually see if I can find it, because I saw that and I'm pretty sure I already know the fate of that one. I think, Phil, Senator Ed Markey, who is the U.S. Senator from Massachusetts, they went ahead and submitted the extension for it, but according to other sources, that actually ended up failing in the Senate. So
it's not going to go through. It's going to go dark.
So yeah, unfortunately, the 270-day extension that that Senator Markey was trying to put through, it didn't go through.
Okay. Thanks for the clarification.
No, you're okay.
No. I was just hearing it because, there's a bunch of fiction out there. There's people spreading rumors. I'm trying to get it straight. So, I'm trying to get the facts and not just hear the fiction.
That makes perfect sense there, Phil. No, I totally understand you there. So yeah, that's why this kind of situation is volatile in a way, because a lot of our information, people are getting information from a million different places, and so nothing can be trusted at face value.
Yeah. I understand that.
So yeah, no, it's totally all right. In any case, when it comes to when it comes to this band, yeah, the Mr. Beast trying to buy it over here, I'm not.
I don't know because he's working on a lot of projects right now. I don't think he has time to buy TikTok.
Yeah, no, he really doesn't. To save our lives, no. But yeah, no. In the USA Today article that brought it up, yeah, with less than a week to go, TikTok could go dark until TikTok could go dark for American users. A YouTube celebrity may be throwing his hat into the ring to purchase the platform. YouTube creator James Jimmy Donaldson, popularly known as Mr. Beast, posted on Twitter on Monday, "Okay, fine, I'll buy TikTok so it doesn't get banned." What may have been an offhand humorous comment had garnered more than 32 million views as of Wednesday.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, because folks are... Yeah, because...
Clickbait. So, I don't know. It's really weird.
Yeah, like who can trust how this guy makes his freaking money over here anymore? Like, in response, Donaldson shared another post on Tuesday. "Unironically, I've had so many billionaires reach out to me since I tweeted this. Let's see if we can pull this off." However, Donaldson hasn't shared further information about who these billionaires may be or what an actual plan of action looks like. Rather, the YouTube star has let the internet spin and speculate. Donaldson's team did not immediately respond for comment when contacted by USA Today on Wednesday. So yeah, like, basically what may have started off as like a joke, now he's actually got to own up to it because folks are actually counting on him.
Is there any truth to Kevin O'Leary buying it from Shark Tank?
Oh, Kevin O'Leary from Shark Tank buying it?
Yeah, is there any truth to that? Because that rumor's been going around too.
I could double check. I really don't remember seeing anything concrete other than hearing the rumor itself. And yeah, we do live research over here on the Ravens Flock. Kevin O'Leary, TikTok. Let's see. Blah, 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 blah. Where is he? We go to the... Yeah, I don't see anything other than whatever from 4 days ago here. Let me see. Yeah. What's his nuts? So yeah, Kevin O'Leary from Sunday the 12th. It would have been nice if we had this mess. And this is by ABC7 Los Angeles. Headline on it reads: Shark Tank's Kevin O'Leary, billionaire Frank McCourt want to buy TikTok. So there is truth to the rumor, but I don't even think he'll be able to pull it off. What do you call it? Kyle saying in the chat, "Good thing I lie about my life. Any info stolen from me would be false." Ha! I can't afford to lie about my life when it comes to stuff, social media. You know, the Ravens Flock we one of our like core tenets is like accountability and transparency. So that's why we don't freaking hold back any opinions, and that's why we don't try to censor ourselves when it comes to our thoughts on anything. So he's got interest in it, and apparently he has Frank McCourt, who's former owner of the LA Dodgers, roped in, but I don't know whether or not if they'll actually have a chance. If that means anything here. Like, yeah, it says it on there, the group, which calls itself the People's Bid for TikTok and is also backed by Shark Tank's famous investor Kevin O'Leary, said Thursday it had delivered a proposal to ByteDance to acquire TikTok US's assets. It did not disclose the value of the offer. The bid comes just one day before the Supreme Court is set to hear oral arguments over whether to uphold a law that would ban TikTok in the United States starting January 19th if it is not sold, following a legal challenge from the social media company. While the proposal could face a major problem, ByteDance has repeatedly said TikTok is not for sale. That's the kicker, because TikTok has the that algorithm that everyone's loving all over themselves for, because that's the actual thing they want. And I mentioned it earlier on the stream. Anybody who's got any sort of interest in the demise of TikTok or whatever, in order to try to regain the market share for it, if they could, they would rather buy it out in order to absorb that algorithm and dump off everything else. Because you can imagine like how savage Facebook, Instagram, or TikTok, or Twitter could be if they had TikTok's algorithm. It would be a fucking nightmare. We would never It's like the adage of like the chief competitor for Netflix is sleep. It would be like that, but with all our social media apps.
Mm-hmm.
You think we've got like attention retention issues, or that we have problems with doom scrolling now, imagine if if these American apps had the TikTok algorithm built into them. We'd fucking die of insomnia, of chemically induced insomnia or whatever. We would be wrecked. We'd be wrecked in the brain holes, because that's all that would be left. Our brain would shrink and shrivel, and we would die, and what would be left would just be a stump of where the brainstem used to be. We'd be fucked. Utterly.
We would be proper. Yeah, I know. No, you nailed it. We would be proper.
Hang on a sec. What was that, Phil?
I said, if you want to move all your followers over to Favorited, I'm over there with live access. I can help you out. Start it up over there.
Well, I'm actually hedging my bets on that. I'm actually going to be I'm going to be waiting and seeing until Saturday. So I'm actually going to be working on setting up a favorited account. Hell, I'm even thinking of joining the TikTok refugees over on rednote just to be spiteful too.
Well, I tried rednote. It wasn't very good. I tried it. I got off of it. But all of the regular people from TikTok are now refugeeing over to Favorited, and there's very big creators already on Favorited.
No, you're right. Yeah, no, Favorited. It's still a popular alternative when it comes to the stuff. The big point of contention is folks are wanting to go to rednote to stick it to the U.S. government specifically. So even though it might not be the optimal alternative, it's the one that's carrying the point across to Congress as hard as it is now. Because if they just moved over to Favor, they probably wouldn't mind nearly as much. But the crazy part is that like now we're freaking beholden to waiting on whether the Supreme Court decides that it's unconstitutional and they don't hold the law. B, that somehow some freaking billionaire group manages to buy TikTok even without the algorithm, which would change the identity of TikTok in the weirdest way possible, because that algorithm is what powers it now and makes it so unique. C, we would have to wait for freaking Joe Biden to do something on Sunday, which is doubtful because he's already it looks like he already handed down all the the executive orders that he's going to do for the rest of his term. Or D, we have to rely on Donald Trump.
No,
No.
no, that is not an option.
No. Skip. 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 Skip.
Blah.
Skip.
Gross. Sarah Serenity is in the chat. Hey up, Sarah Serenity. Welcome to the Black Files. Appreciate you being here. And same as the Joseph Santos. Thank you so much for joining us here tonight. Yeah, TikTok's time is up. That's funny. Well, I wouldn't say it's really funny for the 170 million folks who are losing the app here, and also the somewhat 2 million small business owners who rely on TikTok. But yeah, no, the pun is funny. Also, Sarah Serenity, thank you very much for dropping that $2 super chat!
Yay!
Yep, and she's saying, sorry I'm late. I hung up with my sister-in-law on ACH. ACH.
You got me. I have no clue what that means. But regardless, there's nothing to apologize for. You're good. You're good.
Yeah, you don't gotta apologize, Sarah. We know what it's like. Don't sweat it. You're under no obligation. If you got life coming up, you got life coming up. And Sarah's also saying, I don't think they'll get rid of TikTok because a lot of famous people and business owners use it for income. Oh, Animal Crossing Horizons. Oh, okay. It's ACNH. It's Animal Crossing New Horizons. Okay, now I recognize. Okay. Let's see here.
If I may add,
Yeah, still?
one note is, you guys don't realize that when TikTok goes black, within a week or a month, they're going to have another copycat app come up in America, and it's going to be owned by an American company. No, although there's a lot of them now, rednote, everybody that's going over to there, but they're always creating different apps for different social media things, and there may be, I don't know, this is a speculation only, that there could be another copycat app just like TikTok that's owned by an American company.
See, that's just it. Like that's just it. While that's clearly the goal, that's clearly the aim. At least if they're trying to go, if their stated goal of it's for your national security. If that was their stated goal is their actual concern, then yeah, that would end up being the case, and that would be what they would want for everyone to do, would be to move over to a US based app. But if I'm reading correctly, actually I want to check out Favorited real quick on the App Store, because I want to see who owns that company and everything. So give me a second, because now
you're fine.
Yeah, now I'm now you've got me curious here. Blah blah blah. App support. Yeah, go figure. Address is Santa Monica, California. Yep. Yeah. Info@favorited.com. That one looks like it's already American. Oh yeah, no, that would be lovely, wouldn't it? But it probably doesn't quite fill the gap that TikTok would be leaving behind.
I'm on it right now. It's in beta, and so far it's doing very well, and it's almost a spit image of TikTok. I mean, they have battles and they have coins and they got gifts and they just like TikTok. It's almost a mirror image, but they got to work on a few things, but not too much.
All right. Okay, I get what you mean there. Oh yeah, and it's the parent company on it is called Like Labs, Inc. I'm gonna look these guys up, whoever they are. Like Labs Inc. Who are you guys? I want to know you. I want to know. Can you show me? I want to about these strangers like me. Like Labs. Who are you? Open. Damn it. Open Sesame. They're not even freaking. What do you call it? They don't even have a. They have a one-page freaking website that's just parked there. Yeah, I know. Okay. Yeah, that one is, according to Biz Profile, Like Labs, which is the parent company of Favorited, is, based in Santa Monica. You'd think that would be it. You'd think that that would be the end of it. But, like, like you said, they still have a ways to go in terms of how they're going to be.
I mean, right now they're in beta, and I've got my live access on there. You know, I mean, I've already been live on there a few times, and it's really easy to use. I mean, it's just like TikTok. Go live, invite guests, do battles. Do your shows, you do everything, and it works almost exactly the same. It doesn't matter the content. You can go on there and do a podcast. You know, it's almost identical to it.
Well, we'll see whether or not if this actually ends up working. Because if it does, I'm not gonna lie, that would be exceptional. And Sarah Serenity, to answer your question, we hadn't had a chance to show your reviews. We were actually going to do that Saturday because Sarah Serenity went ahead and made a review videos of the glitch tubs that she picked up. So yeah, we want to see all that she thought of the glitch flavors that she got a hold of over here. So I'm down with that. Let me see what else. Yeah, is there already a is there already has there already been made a copycat made? Yeah, you can go between favorited and rednote. A lot of folks are looking to stay away from rednote because of how invasive the stuff with the censorship in China gets. And yeah, that's
They give out your IP address.
yeah,
They give out your IP address.
Okay, so but and that's the thing that gets me in terms of like the argument for it. It's that, and all of this actually boils back down from way before we had social media the way it's built now. This all comes from how the internet has been like transmuted into this weird marketplace now, and it all basically comes from if I'm not mistaken, if we want to go back, was it 2013 or 15 when Edward Snowden leaked over here? 2013. Okay, yeah. Yeah, it was 2013. Thank you for that, Phil. Yeah, so when Edward Snowden made that big leak of how the government was collecting U.S. data and all that good jazz, he dumped files about Project Prism, which was the NSA's project on getting in on our data, on U.S. user data in order to have surveillance on people. And it's basically built in as like a backdoor where you have internet service providers literally build a backdoor into their servers where it would go directly towards a server that feeds to the NSA. And all of this stems from that issue. All of it that came in as a result of the Patriot Act. All of it came in as a result of us freely losing our minds and giving the government carte blanche to our privacies in the name of of national security and shit. Like, there's only so much of that shit that people should actually put up with. Sarah Serenity, you've actually got a different point over here. She's saying in the chat, like, what really pisses me off is rather than the government focusing on real issues and real problems, they're focusing on giving the angry, annoying orange toddler what he wants. Not even that, like, at this point. It's not even that at that point. Like, what pisses everyone off is the fact that the United States Congress, the House of Representatives and the United States Senate managed to somehow come together to ban an app, but heaven forbid if we try to compel our congressional government to come together on something as basic as healthcare and guaranteeing basic human rights and basic human decency for marginalized peoples, and dealing with like wealth disparity. And dealing with food shortages, and dealing with people getting sick, and dealing with like natural disasters. We can't have any fucking movement on any of those grounds But the evil Chinas are evil Chinaing at us over here with their ticky tax. So we got to get rid of the ticky tax, and it's infuriating. That's what's actually fucking pissing me off. I don't know about the rest of y'all.
No, this shit is fucking annoying.
How about you, Phil?
It really does, man. They should focus on running the government in general, just running the country and not worrying about taking care of their own problems and not worrying about an app. There is a lot of people on the app. There's 170 million people on the app, but they shouldn't worry about what's going on in the app because it's the person's choice on what app they install on their phone and what app they use and what information they share and whatever. So the government should focus on working on government things. And it's not a political statement. It's Democrat or Republican on both sides. When you get into office, you do the thing you say you're going to do, get it done, and if it doesn't work, somebody on the other side will come in and whatever, and they'll do it. They'll do the best of their ability, and then the next person will get elected. Somebody will get it right one day. It's not about being political. It's just about taking care of the whole United States and the world. About being the president, you always have to make engagements, and the president always has to show up, and do all this stuff. I don't know. It's a big thing for me.
Yeah. No, I get it. It's a matter of doing the work. DT dub, right, Jose?
Yeah, it's not about
Correct.
being
Exactly.
Republican or Democrat. It's about doing the work. If somebody does the work and I'm happy with it, it is what it is, Democrat or Republican, and it doesn't matter on which side that you're on. Like for instance, the fires in LA. Everybody forgot about the government and they're uniting. They're helping. Everybody's helping everybody to get people safe. And it's uniting as a city. The whole country is coming to LA's aid to help. They forgot about the entire government and they're worried about this national disaster, which it is.
And we actually also have volunteer firefighters coming in from Canada and Mexico. I'm sorry, I thought that what do you call it? Wasn't one of the big horrible people that we must be protected from are Mexicans and shit? Sorry, buddies, we've got actual Mexican people coming in, and they're trying to help. Maybe we could stop with the whole fucking division of this mess and remember that we're all human beings first and foremost.
Yeah, you got to help everybody. It's a person for a person, but everybody. Like I said, it doesn't matter on which side of the aisle you're on. Everybody has to unite and give. Like Andy says on Popcorn Planet, and we all agree with him. We all agree with him. He gives everybody a voice. He is neutral to everybody and gives everybody a voice. And he likes to hear opinions. And he gives what he does in Popcorn Planet 150,000% when he does investigation.
I've been trying to tell you.
Hang on a second. Hang on, something just came up. What was that, ladies? What was that, Zayan and Dragonfang?
We didn't say anything.
Oh, that wasn't you? What the heck was that?
Nope, that wasn't us.
Okay, that was so weird. Something was...
Yeah, no, I heard someone else's, I guess, feminine voice, but I don't know who that was.
On TikTok, but next time I'll come on the live on YouTube.
Yeah, sure thing. Do me a favor, Phil. You're on Instagram. Go ahead and message us, the Ravens Flock Online on Instagram, and I'll send you the Zoom link from there. Okay. All right, appreciate it, man. No problem. Okay, so all right, so Phil's gonna show up for the last little bit over here, and as far as this goes, it's really a matter of making sure that we're all that we're all taking care of each other as people before dealing with the politics and shit. You want to deal with who's to blame, or who has the or who's like got the worst problems around. Let's fix the fire. Let's fix the problems first. Then we can talk about doling out blame or accountability or whatever the fuck. Fuck that I could there at least we can get behind, right?
Yeah, though I will say with like the fires and everything, I hate how people are using that to get, a piece of clout. It's like, no, if you're gonna help. Don't do it just for the clout.
Yeah.
You know,
Don't do it for 15 minutes of fame.
it leaves a bad taste in my mouth when I see that.
You want to know what's really messy? You want to know what's really messed
What?
up? Apparently, there's a whole bit of this involving that fire, where Prince Harry and Meghan Markle were basically doing disaster tourism, and they showed up to try to get photo ops to make it look like they were helping when they didn't do shit. Such a pain. Such a pain in the ass.
Did their house burn?
No, they were nowhere near this stuff. They live in a different town in California, outside of LA.
Because I forgot like where they lived.
Oh, where is it? Montecito? Yeah, Montecito, California.
Mm.
Yeah, it's an unincorporated town in Santa Barbara County. So yeah, nowhere near where the actual fires were happening. So yeah, like that's just performative bullshit. That's just them like stroking egos, whatever. But I digress.
Now, if you were there and you were taking photos, but you're also saying, I've donated this much. This is what's going on, people. You need to help out too if you can spare some change. That's fine. That is you calling other people to help.
Mm-hmm.
Completely different than, look, I'm here.
Right? As if it was some sort of fucking fad where people are...
Yeah.
Helping, guys. Totally helping.
Ugh. Let me see here. Yeah, no, it's further west of LA here. So it's past the Palisades fire, and Montecito. It's over past Thousand Oaks as well. So yeah, safely away from where the fire's at. Jokes. The pack of them. But yeah, no, I digress here. Oh, there he is. Okay, so blah and blah and blah. Okay, there we go. Went ahead and sent him the Zoom link here. Now we've basically covered almost every angle on this. But the craziness is that now that we've got this bit of whiplash because Joe Biden was actually pushing for the TikTok ban early on. And now that he's seeing everybody losing their shit over it, he's now all of a sudden wants to freaking save it. Like, he could have just not done this in the first place. That'd be nice.
Okay, all right. I agree with you, but also keep in mind, this is Joe Biden we're talking about. This is the same guy who we are all concerned about if he was still alive or dead, or if he's dead. This is the same guy who said famously, spectacularly, outrageously, in his first debate against Donald Trump in the 2024 election, we beat Medicare. Yeah, we're still feeling the sting of that, folks.
That hurts so bad. That hurts my heart. It hurts me right here. Fuck.
Sorry, Juan. I had to. Like, I know that you're surprised. I know that you're outraged and surprised, but at the same time, we shouldn't be surprised.
What the fuck? He didn't do anything. This is ridiculous. What maddening times have we come to where this shit flies? I don't believe it. It's crazy. It hurts my heart.
Oh.
It makes me want to drink an adult alcoholic beverage, and I can't because I'm on the stream, so I can't do anything of the sort until afterwards because I'm an adult. I drink either drinks. No. I sent Phil the link. I don't know what's up. He'll come.
I actually have some info. That I actually want to share in regards to this subject.
By all means.
I talked with you guys privately, and once again, well, at first it started as speculation, rumor, and innuendo. But speaking of abandoning all Meta programs, there's going to be a Meta blackout period starting from January 19th all the way until February 14th in protest against the TikTok ban and against Mark Zuckerberg.
I believe you're right, Jose. I'm actually going to pull that up here in a few short moments. If you have a different article to link to me, by all means, Jose, send it over. Send it to our group chat.
Yep, I'm going to send it right now. Because like I said, it started off as speculation. It started off as just rumor and innuendo. However, one of my sources actually linked me to an article that is provided by CNN.
All right. Yeah, send me that link, Jose. Also, I want to introduce folks properly here on the YouTube stream. Like I said, an excellent contributor for Popcorn Planet. Folks, give it up for Mr. Phil Hoffman. Give him a big round of applause here, folks.
Hey, Juancho, thank you very much for letting me on the stream.
Welcome to the Theblackfiles, Phil. Thank you for joining us here, man. I believe
no problem.
You hear Zayana Rose, Dragonfang, and Jose Casabona are all in the chat. Angel's taking a bit of a while. If you've got that, okay.
At this point, it's already past midnight.
It's already midnight. I don't think he's gonna come online.
Yeah, don't worry about it, Juan. But great to meet you, Phil Hartman. Sorry about that. I had something stuck in my throat. Ooh.
Thank you for that, Phil. All right, and Jose, you said you've got the you sent the CNN article in for
go ahead and check.
Go over. Okay, got it. And yeah, this is the CNN article that Jose is referring to regarding the protest and boycott of Meta, and this, like I said, comes to us by CNN. After I get this pop up to go away. What the hell? Okay, you know what? Let me share it to the folks first. I'll deal with the pop-up later. Okay. So yeah, and this article from CNN posted on Wednesday the 8th, so last week, written by Claire Duffy. The headline on it reads, "Calling women, quote, household objects? Now permitted on Facebook after Meta updates its guidelines." So this is basically the thing that prompted people to want to go ahead and try and boycott Facebook. So buckle up, buckaroos. Let's see here. All right, in New York, Meta on Tuesday announced sweeping changes to how it moderates content that will roll out in the coming months, including doing away with professional fact-checking. But the company also quietly updated its hateful conduct policy, adding new types of content users can post on the platform effective immediately. Users are now allowed, for example, to refer to women as quote as household objects or property, or quote transgender or non-binary people as it, according to a new section of the policy prohibiting such speech that was crossed out. A new section of the policy notes Meta will allow, quote, allegations of mental illness, or abnormality when based on gender or sexual orientation, given political and religious discourse about transgenderism and homosexuality. Previously, such comments would have been subject to removal under the policy. The changes to Meta's hateful conduct policy were first reported by Wired. Meta has hinted in its announcement about its content moderation policy changes Tuesday morning that it would get rid of restrictions on certain topics such as immigration and gender identity and allow more political discussions. But the updated policy shows just how quickly Meta is moving to enact Mark Zuckerberg's vision for free expression. So, Meta on Tuesday also announced it would do away with its network of independent fact-checkers in the US and will instead rely on user-generated community notes to add context to posts. It also said, so, stop it. Stop it. No thanks. Stop it. No. Oh my god. It also said it would adjust its automated systems that scan for policy violations, which it says has resulted in, quote, too much content being censored that shouldn't have been. The systems will now be focused on only extreme violations such as CSE and terrorism. Zuckerberg acknowledged that the new approach will mean, quote, that we're going to catch less bad stuff, but will also reduce the number of innocent people's posts and accounts that we're accidentally taking down. Tell me you're pulling a bullshit end run around people without telling me you're trying to pull a bullshit end run around people.
Basically, all I hear is, fuck you, users.
That's
all I hear.
It's such a pain in the
butt. The only good thing about that is all the memes that are going around because of no fact checking.
Oh, yeah.
You know the ones I'm talking about.
Oh, yeah, no, there were memes going around in response to all of it. Basically, we're saying, like, oh, hey, here's an actual factual thing about Mark Zuckerberg. He, sexually gratifies, baby dolphins, and everyone should spread the news about how he does that. It's like, something ridiculous like that. It's, yeah. I've gotten the laugh out of it too, so I'm not gonna say no, that shit isn't funny. I'm not gonna say, oh no, this is horrible, you shouldn't do that. I'm like, I mean, this is what he asked for, this is what he wants. So, I don't know. Fuck. And it was actually this past Tuesday. Actually, I don't think I want to deal with that crazy fuck. Sorry, no, I found out one of the sources over here, and let's just say I'd rather not deal with giving that person any fucking time of day. But I will look up more details about the Meta boycott coming up. You said it's coming up on the what do you call it? On the 19th in response to the TikTok ban as well. Joe?
Yes, that is correct.
Okay, I see. Yeah, no, all these freaking redirects from other articles, they're just pointing to that one person. I'm not gonna fucking. I just double checked it, and I'm realizing that it's dealing with one particular journalist. Phil knows her too well. And let's just say this person's already a thoroughly disreputable sack of crap, and I don't think we ought to be platforming.
Well, hang on a minute. Hang on a minute. I'm trying to remember the question you asked me. Like, are you asking me that this is sourced from that journalist?
No, the journalist reported on it, and I don't want to spread that person's.
Is it who we think it is?
It would be this lady over here. I will show the flock on our Zoom chat, but I'm not gonna show the chat over here. This lady.
I think I know who it is, but I just want to make sure that I know.
Pretty sure you do.
Yeah. Well.
Right. Zane, don't say it aloud. No one say it aloud. It's this person.
I knew
okay. Yeah, we can.
I knew that. I knew that.
All right. That's enough. Yeah, no, that's 10 seconds of attention that I want to give.
Meanwhile, we have no clue what you're talking about.
Be thankful that you don't. Let's just say this particular lady is a contributor for NBC News who's also a habitual line stepper, and that's putting it as nicely as possible. Like, we're habitual line steppers here at the Ravens Flock. We freaking do like Irish river dancing on the line. But even we don't do the dumb shit that she does, so let's just leave it at that for now. Point is, sorry, go on. No, okay.
So I was gonna say next time they're over, you're gonna have to explain to them a little bit better than that. So
Yeah, like the less I transmit or add any blasted dirty laundry or drama bullshit, the less I say the better. That's not what I'm here for. But Jose, according to what you were saying, there's folks who are organizing and who are trying to boycott Meta here as a result of this. Now, is nothing to say that there's one person over here that they're reporting is wrong. I'm just over here. I don't want to give them any sort of credit for it all.
No. And yeah, no, I understand that, and that's why I said it started off as a rumor and innuendo, and that's why you got a good point. We shouldn't take anything that person says seriously. But the fact that blackout in protest is being talked about and being organized right now,
Yeah.
that's just an example. That's just part of the ripple effect of this whole situation with the TikTok ban.
Yeah.
Regardless of the new information that's surfaced.
Yeah. I mean, and 170 million people are going to lose income from every which way because most of them are employed by TikTok and the TikTok shop, so they're going to lose. I want to say on a respectable level, probably about 40% of their income.
That's putting it nicely. That's
putting it nicely.
That's a very, very best case scenario kind of deal. I think you've gotten your numbers mixed up though, Phil. It's 170 million American users.
No, I know.
And there's 2 million of them who are directly
directly,
like direct revenue from TikTok.
Direct revenue. Yes, most of them are entertainers and music musicians and some of them I know, and some of them they're crying now. They're like, well, what are we going to do? And I said, I mean, you could continue doing music and find a different platform for your TikTok team to follow you on, and then you can gain revenue on that platform. I mean, TikTok is a very big thing for a lot of people, even for me. I mean, for me and 170 million other people. But there's only I'll try to get my numbers more correct now. There's probably a couple of million people that are directly, like you said, directly paid by TikTok and the TikTok shop. So those people are going to be losing half of their income, most of them made it big enough to where they can go on and go forth and find a music label to support them and help them out with the career. But the other couple of million that didn't, that's the ones that's going to hurt the most.
Yeah, they won't be so lucky. Because this is not going to end well for them. And I'm hoping that they will. But it's going to be okay though. I want to say it's going to be okay. I want to say like we've got to hold on to hope.
It's going to be okay.
It's just really godlessly annoying. Like we did not need to get to this point all for these folks to make their political points and get their brownies on. Just getting everyone else's aggravation and saying that, oh no, it's totally worth being able to say where you can and can't get your speech from. So unbelievable.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And that's the bit that really pisses everyone off.
Yeah. It's not so much the app that's closing down. They're saying that TikTok was saying that, or the government was saying that they were impeding on data breach and they had a bunch of information from people. It's because the people wanted to share it with them. They're the ones that downloaded the app. I mean, it's self-explanatory in the United States and all over the world too, not just the United States. When you download an app, you give them terms and conditions. They give you terms and conditions. You have to accept them. When you click yes or okay, you accept them. if you don't click OK, don't download the app. Don't keep it if you don't want to. I mean, it's people's choice when they download apps everywhere.
Exactly. Like even if we scroll, even like, and let's not kid ourselves, we all scroll past the terms of the the terms of use agreement, and
they're mostly,
yeah, it also
mostly,
doesn't help how long it is.
Yeah, they're mostly all the same too. So I mean, if you read one, you read them all. I mean, they're mostly you read one pamphlet. You know what it says already. They're gonna share and post your income.
Copy paste.
Yeah, copy case. Yeah. So I mean, it is what it is on that note.
Oh no, but China's scary. China's so bad. You need to be scared. You need to let us be let us fearmonger you into being scared of China.
Yeah.
It's so ratchet.
Yeah, it doesn't. The whole ban doesn't make sense to me because like all of us in our community and your community too, we're all involved in social media. I mean, all of us are in some aspect of the way. Subscribers, viewers, everybody's involved in social media. They chime in, they give you comments, and and YouTube has terms and conditions too. I mean, that's the way it is. Everything on the internet, on the app store, on any kind of app that you have, they have terms and conditions. So if you don't like them, don't use the app. Don't use the platform.
Right. It's literally okay. Well, that's literally what folks are arguing for. It is like, okay, well, you say land of the free, home of the brave. Then let us be free and brave enough to go ahead and go on this platform. And if they get
exactly,
and truthfully, what kind of data are they actually getting off of people? Would you like to know? It's literally shopping habits.
I know.
Viewing habits.
That's because
all it is, because they just want to sell shit to you. That's all these are for.
Yeah, the thing is, when I this is an actual fact that happens. When I search on a Walmart app and I look for something or Amazon or anything, and I'm on and I'm scrolling on Facebook, and because I looked for this item on Amazon or Walmart, it pops up in my Facebook feed.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So what that's the same thing.
It's literally the same shit.
Yeah. You were shopping for this. Why don't you view this more? We can get you a deal over here. I mean, it's a third-party app that they advertise it on Facebook or they advertise it on Temu or whatever, one of those apps. I mean, it's all the internet. It's sad to say, but now that we're all involved in social media, the internet kind of owns us in a way. When we click the OK button for the terms and conditions on every app.
And this is something that we had freely already signed off on forever and a day ago. So it's not as if there's anything much that we can do about it at this point. In terms of that genie's already out of the bottle. There's no way of putting it back in. But
that's out of the bag.
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah.
And like, the one thing that we have control over it with it is who do we get to share it with. If I want to share my data with Spotify, if I'm downloading Spotify and listening to music, okay, cool. I'll listen to freaking music. Oh, it's suggesting music based on what I've already listened to.
Yeah,
okay,
cool. Yeah. It's a whole rotation circle. It gives you options for stuff. Like, you listen to this type of music, okay, here's something similar that you might like. Here it is. Check it out. See if you like it.
Right. And like, boiling that over to like, and folks want to try to get conspiratorial, and they want to be like, oh no, but they're spying on you. They want to see and listen to every single thing you do. We already have that. The government already has that shit built in.
It's called the government.
Yeah, they already have the government stuff built in.
Yeah, they already have it. Like we already have our mass surveillance system built into all this mess. We've got that already. It's a little late. So what? You just don't like us? Like, are they afraid that we're not committed enough to America for the American government to have our data? Are they scared that we're going to that we're cheating on them with other countries?
Yeah.
What is it? 350 million people right now, or 250 billion people in the United States?
Yeah, there's like closer to like 310
Yeah,
or whatever.
310 or whatever it is.
It's like fear me, like, oh dear.
Yeah.
We're starting to see Chinese apps, and it's like where have you been after we go back home after being away with our Chinese app mistress, and we come back home to the American government, and they're like, well, you've been out late again. Where have you been this whole time? I thought we were mutual. I thought we had eyes for each other. Like, no, you crazy biatch. You have eyes for me because you're literally spying on me.
Exactly. I mean, that's how it is. I mean, when you say that, you have 310 billion people in the world, billion people. Yeah, but I mean, and the app is just the app. I mean, any app you download, even if it's an American app, I have news for you. There's still China spyware in there, but I don't care. There's still a little bit of China in every app. China, Russia, whatever. There's still because all the app developers, and some of them are in the United States, and they're very smart, and so is everybody around the world. They're very smart, but they all make apps. Everybody helps on this. There's this. You got to code this. You got to code that. You got to make this wallpaper look a certain way. You got to make the text look a certain way. Everybody in the world works on every app on your telephone and the app store and your TV, because now we're streaming. We have streaming platforms. So there's apps on televisions. Everybody works on apps all around the world. So TikTok being banned, it's
setting a dangerous precedent.
Yeah, to me, it's a bunch of I'm not going to say it, but a bunch of
here we're uncensored.
It's a bunch of horse shit, basically. Yeah, it's a bunch of horse shit, because when like I used to code and I used to build apps and computer programs for myself, and I did all that. I know, I studied it. I know how they worked, and I know how the apps in general are designed. I don't know. I don't know the AT code for TikTok, so I'm not going to mess with it. But I know in generalities how it's made. So I mean, they're all made in China. All the apps on the App Store, but they have American brands too. They have Goodyear tires. Goodyear Tires has an app. You can go on there and order tires for your car and go to the store and get tires for your car. But it's made, the app itself is made in China, but it's an American company.
Yeah, but it's sold for an American company. It's built.
Yeah, exactly.
You brought up Tom. You brought up over here like the basics of how apps are developed over here. Sarah Serenity put up in the chat, I miss MySpace, the days when you could actually customize it, have your list of songs, icons.
Now I have news for you, Sarah Serenity. It's now called Friendster, and it still exists, but Tom is not running it. Yeah, it still exists. It's called Friendster. You can look it up. It's still there. And I don't know if you can log on to your account, but it's still there. It's called Friendster.
Oh, interesting.
It's still there. It's still ticking, and you can still get on it, but it's old technology now. It's run by old technology.
Well, maybe some of that old technology is due for a comeback. Who knows?
No, it's true. Because Facebook being the mass, I'm just going to say the mass social media app used, because there's everybody in the world, everywhere is on Facebook. So listen, a scam can happen anywhere. You just have to know how to read a scam and tell them no, block them, get rid of them. You can do that on any app, anything, anywhere. So the TikTok ban for me, it's not, it's bad, but it's not bad. I'm also a content creator, but I don't do YouTube as much. I do live podcasting, and I don't post it on YouTube. I just do it live on the app. And I just play music. I play music, and I'm a DJ, and I'm a retired DJ anyway. But I used to work in Los Angeles radio. But
hence the Dodgers cap.
Yeah, it hits the Dodgers cap on my head. But but I mean, everything about the app, iHeartRadio. That's another thing. The radio business, when I was in it, it was your 9 to 5. Your 6 a.m. to 10 morning drive, your 2 to 7, your 2 to 12 to 7, and then 7 to 10 or 7 to 12.
Yeah, 7 to, it was actually closer to like 7 to 12 or 7 to 11.
Yeah.
And then
okay.
You had
so now, because of the apps, this is tied in with all the app stories. Because of the apps, radio, just regular radio, FM radio, is going downhill, and I don't like it, because I worked in it for 20 years and I made a living at it. And good thing I made a good living so I can live now. But it's all about, people are quitting because of the streaming.
Right.
And podcasting and stuff like that. But podcasting is taking over, like YouTube and Popcorn Planet. Andy's more reputable for the news than Fox 11. I mean, he knows half of them too. So, I mean,
I could tell you that water's wet. Shit.
No, I know. No, I know that. But all I'm saying is the streaming apps and everything else, it's just making the actual old radio business go down. There's very few radio stations left on iHeartRadio. You can stream them from anywhere.
But they don't exactly have the same grasp.
They don't
have the same
same format. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. But I don't know. For me, it was bad, because I got out before it got bad, so I'm happy.
That's good news. The Joseph Santos in the chat was here saying this law was never really about China. This was about the people versus Congress. Anytime the government argues for compelling government interests, this means our rights are restricted just to pass a law. Yeah, and that's the thing that bugs me over. That's why I was saying, like, I was making the argument back so facetiously about how, they're gonna, they're like, China's so evil and so corrupt and so terrible. You need to trust us. You need to give us your attention. Let's get rid of this horrible, evil Chinese app over here. And instead, you just use our American-approved app that we totally haven't been lobbied for out the ass. But totally, you should trust us, and we're the only ones who should be getting your attention all the time when it comes to the news and speaking truth to power.
Yeah.
And let me see here. I think that kind of does it for us at this point for now.
But I want to say one thing before you're done. Yeah. I want to have the closing. We'll make closing statements after.
Yeah, closing statements, last thoughts for everyone. Phil, since you're a guest here, by all means.
I just want to say, Wancho, and I'm not really on his streams too much, but he's a really good, hardworking dude. And make sure you follow the Ravens flock. And because he's part of our community at Popcorn Planet, we all work very hard in finding the news and stories and stuff like that. So make sure you give him a follow on the Ravens Flock and the Black Files and all that stuff. Every social media is on. Follow his TikTok because it's not going away. Follow him on Favorite It eventually if he gets there, but follow him over there too. Follow him everywhere. Just let's give Juancho a lot of followers.
Yeah, no, not just me. It's the whole of the Ravens Flock.
No, it's all the community. Yeah. Jose Casamano and everybody else.
Yep, Jose Casabona, Dragon Fang.
I appreciate that. Thank you very much for joining us, Phil.
No problem, Jose. Thank you. Yeah, no problem. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it. If you're gonna go, you can bounce right now if you want, or you can stick around until we close out.
I'll wait till you guys close out.
Zayana Dragon Fang, your final thoughts on where everything stands with the TikTok ban and what you think should be people's next step from here.
Well, honestly, I think the jumping ship is a bit too early. You can keep your options open, but again, like I said before, it seems like a lot of people are just following the crowd and herd mentality, and they're not really thinking of what they're getting into with these other apps. Again, like we seen before, there's so many copycat apps that end up going dead very quickly because it's just not what we're looking for, especially algorithm related.
Right.
But I don't know, because it has such an economic impact for so many businesses,
there's going to be an outcry.
Yeah, I really think there's gonna end up being something bad happening if they completely ban it. Yeah. So, and also I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one who's a little concerned about everyone who wants to try and buy TikTok.
Yeah.
I mean,
fuck it up.
How many times has something been bought by rich people, Twitter, who then fucked it up?
Yeah.
Seriously.
Point in case. That is what we always have.
Oh, look, I'm making it better. You're making it worse.
How?
Yeah, that's my fear, that someone's going to buy it and completely fuck it up. And it's just,
I fixed it.
People are just going to be like, nope, we're done.
Oh my God. And they wind up snuffing it out of existence.
Yeah, well, Dragon, I got a question though. But there's 170 million people on the app, and there's already a copycat app that I'm on, and mostly all of TikTok is now on, but even though it's in beta form, that's basically the same thing. It is a copycat app. They got a few things to do, but it's owned by America, and if it's not owned by China, they can't do anything. They can't take it away.
Yep. Which one is that?
That's the one favorited.
It's called favorited.
Oh,
I'm on there, and I
also,
play.
There's two people talking on the same one right over here.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's Dragon Fang and then Zayana Rose. They're twin sisters, and they're on one bed over there,
right next to each other.
yeah, that's okay. I didn't know that. Sorry.
Oh, you're good.
Yeah, but that's called favorited. I'm on there. I play music and I do my podcast on there. I got like 90 some followers in one day because I jump ship and I do my podcast over there now. So it's a radio podcast. But but I mean, my question is that a California company at that owns this favorite, and they're not going to screw it up. They basically mirrored the app, and they're owned in California nonetheless. So if TikTok goes black and they can't find anybody to buy the app, everybody's going to move over. Or there's also another one, Mango, that's not very good at all, but nobody's talking about that.
Never heard of Mango.
Yeah, but it's
no,
not
I think
good.
I have. I haven't.
It's not good. It's not good at all.
Also,
I've heard things.
Yeah.
Also, real quick, Sarah Serenity, thank you once again for another $2 super chat. She's saying, I hope to see everyone at MegaCon.
I'm sorry, that'll be a no from me. Money.
Money. Still no car. Yeah. But I appreciate it though. Thank you, Sarah Serenity. Like but like even if there is a perfectly good alternative in Favorited or rednote or even any other app, the fact is that folks shouldn't have to settle for an alternative if they don't want to. Like that's the whole argument on there. Phil.
The whole thing is
the app, and then you have to migrate everything over. You have to migrate your fan base over, which means they need to have a new account. And then it's hard to. Then you have to buy ads if you had ads in the other place, and it's a lot of work.
You don't necessarily have to buy ads, but
no, I meant like if that's how they really get their name out there, and they're used to doing that. It's just another step for them.
Yeah. All right.
I'm actually gonna. Can I break some news here on TikTok for my own benefit?
Real quick here, Phil, because I am trying to wrap us up.
Okay, yeah. I actually yesterday got a agent on Favorited, and they're gonna pick up my podcast, and I'll be able to record with them. Very cool. They're gonna help me with everything, and that's it. I just wanted to say that. It's very good that I moved over there because my following from TikTok went over there. And now that I'm actually live and they can see me like Zoom here and on YouTube, it's actually more engagement for me. So my community will grow faster.
Nice.
That's it.
Awesome. Well, congratulations on you there, Phil.
And I broke it on your podcast, but I'm going to tell Andy, probably tomorrow or the next day.
All right, I appreciate it there, Phil. Thank you very much for that. And again, congratulations on landing yourself an agent. Here's hoping everything works out well for you over on Favorited.
Thank you.
All right, Jose, you're the head of the Ravens flock. Oh, wonderful and psychotic, bald, beanie bastard of a leader. Why don't you give us your final thoughts, Jose? And also, why don't you fill folks in on what to expect on tomorrow night's edition of Wrestle Rewind as well?
Okay, so final thoughts on this topic here, and I'm going to try to keep it brief. This whole thing feels like a huge, colossal waste of time, and I think I've already given you my opinions on Joe Biden's involvement when he first tried to. I see Juan's look.
It's the Adam Sandler line. Oh, this is information that I could have happened yesterday. Whatever.
Yeah. That's the line. That's exactly.
Yeah. But getting back to the point, this seems like a big colossal waste of time. At the end of the day, in response to what the people want to do in the wake of everything that's going on with with the TikTok ban, they could choose to boycott Meta. They could choose not to boycott Meta. It's really their choice. I do agree with Zayana Rose in regards to them immediately going to jumping ship and going to another area of territory that they haven't studied up on much. Case in point, the rednote, because that's exactly what everyone wants to jump ship to. It's a little too premature. Besides, there's other social media outlets that they could go to that's not controlled by Meta. Like there's Snapchat, there's Blue Sky.
Snapchat and WhatsApp are owned by Meta.
Okay, Blue Sky.
Wait, no, Snapchat is not. My bad, not bad. They were trying to buy Snapchat. My bad.
Yeah. Take that, Juan. I know something you don't.
No, you're right. I tripped over my own tongue there. I got Snapchat for some reason. I got it mixed up with Threads. All these apps.
No, you're fine. But no, I mean, at the end of the day, they could choose to do what they want. I would encourage that they study up on all these other apps before jumping nose first into them. And as for the U.S. government in regards to this, and I don't know,
we could have health care.
We could have had
If-
healthcare.
We
Yeah.
we could have funding for like getting rid of homelessness.
And yet
Like
we're
a whole
wasting
big
time on
thing
it.
of it. Like
And yet we're wasting time
anything,
with it.
any fucking thing, anything at
It's-
all.
Yeah.
It's a colossal waste of time. But that being said, those are my thoughts on this subject. Now, for tomorrow night's edition, a special Friday night edition of Wrestle Rewind, which normally is every Thursday night at 10 p.m. Eastern, right here on YouTube Big Kick. Join me and my tag partner, Mr. Juan Araz, as we review 3 of the most exciting pro wrestling programs in North America today. That is WWE's NXT, AEW Dynamite, and TNA Impact. For tomorrow night's edition, I'm going to be reviewing the TV special of AEW Dynamite, Maximum Carnage, which took place on Wednesday, January 15th, over in Cincinnati, Ohio,
Cool.
where Will Hobbs challenges Jon Moxley for the AEW World Title in its main event. And we'll have plenty more to share tomorrow night.
I just realized, Jose, the picture of Roxanne Perez that you got for the thumbnail. I just realized she's got highlights in her hair that match the Nintendo Switch Joy-Cons.
That was not intentional.
Minor aside, since one of our topics for Saturday night's going to be discussing the Nintendo Switch 2 that was announced and all the little doodads and bells and whistles they announced with it. Since I was like, okay, that's almost hypnotically fitting. Did you know something that I didn't know, Jose? I don't know. Okay, all right, Jose and Zayana Dragon Fang and Phil Hoffman, I'm going to go ahead and mute y'all for a bit, and I appreciate it there, Jose, and we'll be wrapping up now, okay?
Yep, no problem.
Okay, no problem.
All right, appreciate it there. And for my final thoughts on this, it's pretty straightforward. I personally, wait, what in the world? What kind of gift did you send? Oh, cool. I don't even know. Yay, you sent a rose. Thank you there. No, I'm double checking the TikTok stream over here. Dr. Donna, who's a friend that I made off of TikTok. If I'm not mistaken, she's Canadian. She's also a big Doctor Who fan. She's very specifically a fan of Donna Noble, the companion played by Catherine Tate, who's a riot on that on the show. She was an incredible companion. But the craziness of this was that I made friends on TikTok that I wouldn't have otherwise had a chance to make. You know, I've made friends with people who are other cosplayers or folks who are also YouTube streamers, or they're also convention photographers, and some of them are friends that I already knew in real life, and others are friends that I haven't met in person yet, like Dr. Donna on the TikTok chat. Hey, how you doing? She's just waving hi. You can't see, unfortunately, on the thing. But the point is that we have managed to cultivate a very special community off of this app. Whether or not it's going to be able to remain the same if you move to Favorited, or if you go and revolt on Rednote, or if you go to Lemonade or wherever, that's still up in the air, and that's something that we're all gonna have to contend with in one way or another, and it's kind of sad and it's kind of depressing, but I refuse to let that be. I refuse to let that be how this ends. At least not on my part. I'm actually going to be posting the last of the drafts that I have on here. I'm going to make the last ones over it, and I'm going to put them all up and re-download it all for posterity before Sunday, some freaking how, because there's no way I'm going to put up with losing like 4 years of memories and content and people that I've connected with if this ends up going belly up. And however this ends up going, folks, you better believe that we'll be discussing any updates on this story, as well as other tales from the harder and darker side of nerd and pop culture, right here on this show, the uncensored and uncompromising interview and review podcast of the Ravens Flock, Theblackfiles, hosted by yours truly, Juan Arouse. Be sure to request access as we go live every Wednesday night. Thursday was just special because we messed up yesterday. Every Wednesday night at 10 p.m. Eastern Time, simulcasting live on YouTube and Kick. Hit the subscribe and the follow button, ring the notification bell to stay up to date on all of our content. Become an inner flocker by hitting the join button, and until next time, continue to follow us on Facebook.com/TheRavensFlock, Twitter.com/RavensFlock13, Instagram.com/TheRavensFlockOnline, Kick.com/TheRavensFlock, and of course, remember to hit the subscribe button and ring that tiny little notification bell right here on our flagship platform, YouTube.com/TheRavensFlock, humble home of the Theblackfiles, Los Amigos Play, Wrestle Rewind, and the Ravensflock. For Phil Hoffman, Zayana Rose cosplay, Dragonfang cosplay, and Jose Casabona, I am Juan Arouse. This has been the Theblackfiles, and we are out of here.